Welcome to the Adelaide Footy League's Division 2 Grand Final Day, live from Woodville Oval. Our clash of the day will be between the Glenunga Rams and Old Ignations. We thank our broadcast sponsors, Dartfish, Australia's most used coaching tool, Filming Footy, live stream and matchday filming specialists, Sports Interactive, creating better players, one coach at a time. Catch.com.au. Screamin' good deals. Interchanger. Run your interchange like the pros. And Archie's Footwear. We wish all teams the best. Welcome to the Adelaide Footy League's Division 2 Grand Final Day, live from...
Welcome one and all to Grand Final Day 2021. It's the Breakthrough Mental Health Division 2 game in the Adelaide Footy League here at Woodville Oval. My name is Vince Cosme. I'm joined here by my co-commentator Peter Walsh and one of our two boundary riders. We'll have Ned Maguire, but joined up here by one of our boundary riders, Nick Cosme. And gentlemen, we are witnessing, before we get on to the main game, we're witnessing an absolute thriller here in the reserves. We might actually try and bring you the last few minutes of this game. Old Ignations were 4 goals down halfway through the third quarter and they've just hit the front.
Hello Vince, it's lovely to be here. I got in a cab at Richmond and said, take me anywhere where there's a football match going on. And the cab just went zip, 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 zip. There are football grand finals everywhere. It's the GF. And I have to say, this is a ripper, this one. This is a very, very exciting climax and a big crowd here too.
There's
making one
crowd.
Heck of a noise.
Massive crowd they are, aren't they? And Nick, you'll be down on the boundary line with Ned doing the... we'll have one getting some comments at quarter time, 3/4 time from both teams.
Absolutely. And in terms of the Adelaide Footy League, it's the greatest day of the year, grand final day across all 7 divisions. And I'll tell you right now, as previously mentioned, if it's anything like the game that we're witnessing in front of us for the A grade, we're in for a bloody good game, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, I think it'll be an absolute ripper. Look, Henley's just lining up. We've got one of their players here, Connor Richardson, who's just going to line up right from 50 and see how he goes with this kick. Put it to the head of the square, and looks like Old Ignations might be able to take the ball away. But to goal the difference here, Old Ignations leading the game at the moment. So what we might do, we might come to this game if it stays very close for the last bit of the last quarter and do that live. Right now, though, we'll do a little bit of a preview here for the main game, and that's going to be obviously between Glenunga, who finished minor premier, and they, to me, they're one of the stories of the year this year. Glenunga, let's have a look at them first. Obviously, minor premiers finishing 16-2 with a very, very healthy percentage. Not interesting that they were 78 points average that they scored, and if they'd only had 1 or 2 points less per game, they actually would have finished about 5th or 6th. So their game was obviously predicated on an unbelievable defence, only conceding 53 points on average per game, gentlemen.
And when we saw them play early in the year, Nathan Grimer wandered over and had a chat, and you couldn't help but like the bloke. He stood there, he was warm, he got across the message, and as we were broadcasting the game, I think I might have been on the boundary that day, he stood close to the boundary. If there was to be an interchange, he'd go across and speak quietly and calmly with the player that was changing over. You'd like to have him as your boss, you know. He's got that experience. He knows what it's like at Sandford level. A lot to like about the coach.
Well, that's right, Nick. Obviously AFL player, and I know that you had the opportunity to speak to both coaches in the last hour, and obviously check for any late changes, etc. And yeah, he was super impressive, Nathan Grimer.
Great to talk to pre-game, but one thing that I want to mention in particular from when I spoke with him is how well they've been able to rejuvenate from what happened last year. They went winless, and actually it was funny because the previous 3 years they had won 3 premierships. They actually three-peated, but with that stat that we just saw before, average conceding 53 points a week. Last year, they averaged conceding 133 points a week.
Yeah, that's
that is a massive turnaround, and it was one of the things we spoke about how they've been able to restructure the way they go about it and get back onto playing grand finals, which they will be today.
Yeah, indeed. Obviously, a massive winless season last year in a half a season, as we know, and they are almost the story of the year this year in the Adelaide Footy League to end up going 16-2, and then now find themselves, along with Old Ignations, obviously playing now in Division 1 next year. We're really looking forward to seeing how both teams go. One of the things I heard that you were speaking to him about is that they've got a lot of young players in their team too. So if they can consolidate in Div 1, I think they're going to be a real force to be reckoned with in the next few years.
Yeah, there's absolutely no doubt about this. And I know with our coverage, we like to promote football. It doesn't matter what division, who's playing what, where or whenever. But I wanted to digress just a fraction. But there is a mark that's been taken, a Henley player's mark just in front of the scoreboard. And
12 there.
Another one of these players who's got hyphenated name, Malachi Ahmet Lovett. And he's coming in to kick. And if he kicks accurately, he's gone the short pass. Oh, and the play on's the call. He went looking for Connor Richardson, who couldn't snag it, so he charges back into it, and he kicks the ball, or tries to. He's frustrated, and it's gone over the boundary line for a throw-in.
The camera unfortunately didn't show it, but he actually took a really sensational mark. It was a one-hander in a contest, so he should have went for goal just because of that mark alone, but they've got a chance to score again and get back in front of
We might just keep our eye on this and see what happens out of this stoppage. So umpire's going to come in and ball it up.
Good crowd, good noise, isn't
there?
it?
There's a lot
good
of noise here, big crowd here. Absolutely.
Can't get a coffee, can't get a donut, can't get some banana cake, but you can do your best.
Our ball's been cleared out, so why that's happening, we might go to our look at our stats now for Old Ignations. So we'll just cross back and have a look at our statistics for Old Ignations. So they finished third at the end of the minor round with 11-7 record, a similar position to what they finished last year in third, but they were the highest scoring team for the year and started the season a little inconsistently. They had a couple of areas during the season, rounds 5 to 10, and also currently on a good run of form as well. So a lot of noise in the background. Opportunity here potentially for Old Ignations. The ball is with Thomas Vanderjord. He's just missed, and looks like free kick's going to go to. He's going to get another shot at it. So they're 5 points up at the moment.
A lot of squealing going on here, isn't there? I mean, you're allowed to squeal, aren't you?
Oh, I think so. So we'll see how he goes with this kick. This will actually put them 11 points in front. Remarkable. It was 6 goals to 2 only a quarter ago, and they have poor old Henley. They did win the C grade Henley here and did beat Old Ignations. So obviously Old Ignations looking to turn the tables in the B grade. We'll just stay with this kick and see how young Tom goes here with his second attempt after being an FAD free kick was played. So he's just coming in over the 50, and this will put them 11 points in front at the moment if he kicks the goal. Umpire doesn't move. Big noise from the crowd, and they go 11 points clear. So well done, Old Ignations. We'll just pop back now to our live coverage. So just back with Old Ignations, as we said, they had a couple of really good patches throughout the year. Rounds 5 to 10, where their only loss was away to Glenunga by 3 points. And interestingly enough, I think that game they actually had many more scoring shots than what Glenunga did that day, and were only 3 points short. And then, of course, in round 18, they turned the tables on that 3 point loss and did actually beat Glenunga, which means that they avoided Glenunga in the preliminary finals last week.
Yeah, good call. Good call. Now, you'll give us a pause, please, players, because I can get rid of this story that I want to be able to pass on. A whistle's gone, and there will be my ball. It's been a massive push in the AFL circles to try and get Neil Daniher over to the grand final in WA. Now, it's so difficult. Players people like Eddie Maguire can't get there. David Koch can't get there. A Facebook page has been opened up, and the push is to give Neil Daniher, former coach, champion man, a chance to get over to Western Australia. And I just wanted to mention it. It's a football story. Everybody likes Neil Daniher.
Oh, indeed. Look, that would be a fairy tale for him and for all the Melbourne people. And given the situation, obviously with restrictions and the problems that they're having at the moment over on the eastern seaboard, we hope there's some compassion in that story and that push, and that he has the opportunity to get over there. Obviously, get over there ASAP, so he can spend some time in quarantine to be able to watch his beloved Melbourne, which he coached for a decade, and was the last person to coach to a grand final in the year 2000. Let's hope that there's an opportunity for him there. So,
well, all we have to do is we have to watch when those athletes splashed into the MCG with the ice cold water, and that was to raise money for MSD.
Yep.
Everybody did it. Everybody likes the man. He's so humble.
Yep.
And I only hope that the information that's been filtering through to me in the last hour or so, it's been an overwhelming response from people. All they can do is vote.
Yes.
That's it. But I hope that it works out.
Oh, we all do. We all do. So all the best for Neil and for the Daniher family and the Melbourne family.
Yep.
The Melbourne Football Club family that they're able to make that happen. So here it's still 11 points of difference. We'll continue to just keep monitoring this game at the moment. There's 15 and a half minutes gone, so 6.5 minutes to go. Henley would like to kick a major, but they've been doing quite a bit of attacking in this quarter and haven't been able to hit the scoreboard yet. As we said, 6-2 it was just over a quarter ago, but they are looking to go into attack here. That looks like it's been thwarted though. Old Ignations are able to get the ball clear and out to the wing. So while we have that little lull in play, we'll just go back to the last two times that these two sides met. And the Glenunga home game, as we said, Old Ignations, 24 scoring shots to 18, but lost the game by 3 points. The goal kickers and best players, as we can see there, were listed. The return match in round 18 was a win to Old Ignations, and they defeated Glenunga 82-57, and that was a situation combined with the loss by Sacred Heart on the same day. Got Old Ignations up to third, and after their preliminary final win against Foss last week, they now find themselves here facing Glenunga, who beat Sacred Heart last week as well.
5 minutes to go. 5 minutes to go. 8-6-54. 6-7-43. Old Ignations leading Henley. Henley with the speed wobbles. Still time. 4.5 minutes to go in the grand final, in the final quarter.
Yes, Nick, preliminary finals last week, so Glenunga obviously winning and obviously Old Ignations winning as well.
Yeah, so Glenunga beating Sacred Heart in the preliminary final, but for Old Ignations, they actually went in as the underdogs against Foss Camden last week. And it's interesting the way that it's panned out this season for them, because they had lost their previous 2 games to Foss Camden, but had won the preliminary final. But I spoke with Damien before the game, the Old Ignations coach, and if anyone in this division knows how to beat Glenunga and knows how to stick with them, it is Old Ignations, based on the 2 games that they had earlier in the year. So it's going to be interesting to see if they're able to do it again, because they did beat them only a fortnight ago. So we're going to see how Glenunga adapt, and if they're able to get up and reverse reverse the result as they did earlier on in the year at home.
They're going to win, Vinny. I think they're going to win.
I think so. Old Ignations, what have we got? 2.5 minutes to go. There's still 11 points in front. We'll leave the vision on at this stage. And it looks like they may hang on. It's been a remarkable turnaround in this game. We've been watching quite a bit of it. Excellent mark there taken by Seb Basso. But the play on there has been caught holding the ball. They need to quickly get this ball moving here, Henley.
3 votes for the lady who keeps squealing, by the way.
So
Scott, he's doing well.
Lockie Sheffield needs to move it quickly. They've got 2 minutes. They need 2 goals. So we might as well just take the last couple of minutes of this game. Quick kick there to Dobson. Handball goes out wide. Now they're back inside 50. So 1-on-1. Balls comes to ground. Pack forms. And umpire has picked out a free kick. It will go to Old Ignations, and you'd suggest with about a minute and a half to go and a 2-goal buffer, they're just going to take all the time they need here. So the kick will come back out towards the wing. It's spoilt, end up over the boundary line. So under a minute and a half in this game. Old Ignations 8-6-54 and Henley 6-7-43.
Last touch. We've still got some semblance of a chance. With 2 minutes to go, the difference is 11 points. Wilkes thumps a high ball in towards centre half forward. Who can grab it? Someone needs to. A Henley off the hands of the pack. It's kicked forward by Gray. In towards full forward. No. Punched away. Desperation. 1 minute and 40 seconds left. And the margin is still a teasing 11 points, and that would be good enough to win the Melbourne Cup.
Well, yes, indeed it would. There's a minute and a half. They've got all the balls inside 50 now. High kick right to the teeth of goal, but they are outnumbered there. The mark is dropped, but it does end up spilling over the boundary line. The mark dropped there in the back line. A little bit of push and shove.
That's pretty sensible, you know, no time on.
No
just
time
do
on.
that. Just do that.
Yep, just over a minute to go, so we'll see the ball thrown in there. Right around from Henley. They really need a snap and a goal here. The ruck, first one there is Mick Michelle, and he's going to be carried over the boundary line again. No, just inside the boundary line. Umpire's going to ball it up. Minute to go here. And that's thumped straight over the boundary line by Thomas Washer, but he put it over on the full, and they now have a shot for goal here, Henley. They need to have a shot very, very quickly. The ball's going to come in now. Kick on the left, and he's kicked onto the man on the mark. Opportunity lost. Ball spilled about 20 metres out from goal on the angle, and Old Ignations now have a high free kick. 25 seconds to go. The snap. The shot has hit the post, just missed, and that was from Ahmet Lovett. So 10 seconds to go. Old Ignations, Peter, they're over the line. It's 1-1 between these two teams today.
Stand by for rockin' and rollin' here at Peckerville. Stand by for the siren, and we've got a premiership. Hugs are plentiful, why wouldn't they be? They dug themselves a hole and they climbed out of that hole and they win the flag. 8-6-54 to Henley. 6-8-44. Good grief. Thank you, Mother, for the Rabbits for that one. What a comeback and what a win. And what it is, a stamp for the football that we've been loving to see right throughout the year.
Unbelievable result here for Old Ignations. So they've split their 2 grand finals today with Henley. And, of course, they're in the big one, which will be starting in just a few minutes' time once we have our celebratory medals given out during the reserves, as well as the obviously the pre-game for the A grade as well. So well played to Old Ignations here in the B grade, and they will go on and celebrate. Can they do 2 out of 3, Nick?
It's certainly a possibility, as we said before. They've got some good form coming into today after beating Foss Camden last week, and On the topic of Foss Camden, a shout out to Henry Papatolis, who was the Division 2 medal winner. An outstanding player. We got the opportunity to see Foss Camden twice, against Broadview and early in the year against Salisbury North. By far and large, their best player in both those games. So congratulations to him. But Old Ignations today has got a chance to go 2 out of 3.
I think they are. They'll certainly be buoyed by this result. I think you would have, whether it's psychologically, it has a little bit of a difference on whether losing the first 2, but this will certainly lift them up for potentially knowing that their B grade's got across the line after the C grade fell short against Henley, and crowd spilling out onto the ground. They've got a massive following over to our right here. Old Ignations obviously having all 3 teams playing. And we'd certainly expect a lot of noise from that crowd to our right if they're up and about here over the next 3 hours.
Absolutely, and there's good support out for Glenunga as well, even just having the one side out, but nevertheless still good support as it is on the left towards the hill end, so to speak. Well, there's actually hills on both sides, but good support
Northern Hill.
Good
yes.
support all for both teams, even for Henley. I have noticed a fair few amount of Henley supporters to our left. So, like I said previously, if this game coming up is anything like the one we've just seen, we're in for another good one.
Yeah, it'll be an absolute cracker. So while they're just getting set up here for the presentations, we might continue to look at our pre-game for the Division 1 game. So you look at some of the most consistent players for both teams that we're looking forward to watching today. In fact, in terms of St Ignatius, one of the players to come in today is Lawrence Comanzetto, who's come in for Tom Scanlon. So we're certainly looking forward to seeing him. The leading goal kickers this year, Michael McMahon's kicked 44 goals, and then they have 7 players in the teens, whereas St Ignatius have Cameron Ortlop, that should be Ortlop, has 27, and Cameron McPherson on 20. So we did talk about it before with regards to their seasons in a snapshot here. They are almost Adelaide Footy League's biggest success story this year after going winless last year, and they would be worried about Old Ignations maybe being the only team that can beat them. And for Old Ignations, the 2 winning runs we mentioned earlier solidified their season. They backed up well from actually finishing in a similar position last year. This year they've been able to go a little bit further though in the finals. They've matched Glenunga on 2 occasions, obviously beat them once, just fell short the other time. And as you mentioned, Nick, can they do it? Can they go again and match Glenunga for a 3rd time?
I think they absolutely can, and I think we're in for a ripping game. But the biggest success story, well, it's up for grabs today because we've got Century United in Division 7, who also came from last to first, and we've got Glenunga today. Glenunga going for 4 out of 5 premierships. So there's a lot on the line. They maybe continue a dynasty, if you'd like to say that. Going straight into Division 1, we assume both these teams, if they do not change the format of all the divisions. As we can see here on screen, there's a lot of support for Old Ignations. And those numbers will probably grow for the next game as well.
Yes,
it's a better view of it.
Indeed. So what we're going to do, just while they're getting ready to do the presentations here, we might go to a short break and we'll come back with the Division 2 reserve presentations. Old Ignations 8-6-54, congratulations. In Division 2, they are the premiers for 2021, and they beat Henley 6-8-44.
is a great all-rounder. He likes the Catch app to get anything he needs fast, like Brad's Pit, Brad's Mitt, Brad's Kit, and Brad's air freshener. Yes, for anything they need, everyday Aussies, check out Catch.
The Simon Black Academy is a three-pillared program that combines both education and Australian rules football. Available in 4 states throughout Australia, the program covers 3 key areas. The first is an education component through the Torrens University. The second is the development of the participants' AFL skills, helping the player to become the best player they can possibly be. And the third is a leadership and growth program. The Academy is a perfect opportunity for participants who like football. They get exposed to AFL coaches and mentoring opportunities as they do their university degree. The first 12 months allows participants to complete a diploma in Sports Management Elite, and if the students elect to stay on for a further 2 years, they can complete a Bachelor's in Business Management with a sports focus. Based down at Norwood Oval and the Arc at Campbelltown, it is a fantastic program for anyone interested in sports management who loves football and wants to extend their education with a Torrens University degree. Feel free to check out the website simonblack.com.au.
Get a quick and easy low-rate car loan from Police Credit Union today.
Celine has a love of singing and condiments, which is why she uses Catch to keep her spreads in high supply, like Celine's Dijon. Yes, however they like to shop, everyday Aussies, check out Catch.
Welcome back here to Woodville Oval, and the presentations for the winning team, Old Ignations, have just begun. See some of the players that are receiving their medals at the moment. Number 16 there, Harold Cube. Dan McCabe, number 42. Will McCarthy, number 38. It's Nathan McPherson. Tom Ryan, number 21. Tom Scanlon, number 10. He's the player that was omitted from the A grade, so congratulations to Tom. He still gets a premiership medal with the twos. Adam Villana, number 4. Player that we saw play in a game early in the year, a practice match where Old Ignations beat Unley Mercedes. Yep, Wilkie, number 26.
It's an interesting game to watch to that practice match between Old Ignations and Unley, because it may well have been a practice match, but Old Ignations getting up quite comfortably in the end, and now Unley getting relegated to Division 2. Old Ignations
replacing them,
coming up with Glenunga to Division 1. They may not come straight back down. They may be able to stay competitive to survive, because the biggest jump in this league is from Div 2 to Div 1 because of the competitiveness. So sometimes it can be hard to judge from Div 2 coming into Div 1.
So presentation of the flag. Congratulations to the Old Ignations Football Club Division 2 Reserves Premiers for 2021. Both teams are out on the ground doing their warm-up for the Division 2 Seniors game. It's going to be a very interesting contest to see what happens with these two teams. There's when we were talking to both coaches in the pre-game, there was a little bit of ducks and drakes, I think, that got played in those two matches earlier in the year. Probably not so much the first game, where Ignations went down by 3 points to Glenunga, despite having more scoring shots. But certainly, round 18, there was a little bit more incentive for Old Ignations to win the game, and combined with the loss to Sacred Heart, that meant that they avoided the minor premier in their preliminary final, and now they chose that. They were able to have. They didn't choose it because it all came down to Sacred Heart's game in round 18 as well, but. The cards fell for them, and they were able to play up against Foss. And ironically, we did a broadcast for the Foss and Broadview game in round 18, and they looked quite strong to Foss, but they were unable to get over Old Ignations last week. So just looking at the celebrating here in the middle of the ground, as we await for the formalities, which will start soon in the division breakthrough mental health Division 2 Adelaide Footy League Grand Final.
And it's interesting that you mentioned that game a fortnight ago, because Glenunga have been on top from round 1 to the last round, finished minor premiers, and they had that wrapped up probably about a month ago, as an educated guess. And obviously, in an ideal world, normally there's a top 5 finals. So what that would mean is the minor premier gets the first week off. But this year, obviously, we had COVID and a lockdown, which forced us to shorten the final series, meaning that it's straight elimination, first versus fourth, second versus third. So there's no bye for the minor premier. And with that, Glenunga may have an incentive from a few weeks ago to maybe have rested, we're not sure, because they don't have that bye. So it would have they had the luxury of being able to rest. And if they win today, we won't be able to complain about that decision. But for Old Ignations, obviously, they were fighting for a spot to maybe have played top 2. They didn't get there because Foss had won easily in the last round. But for Old Ignations, they've had to pretty much work their way through the whole year and play at full effort, intensity. But here they are today with an opportunity to rectify what happened a couple years ago between these two sides in a grand final. So we're about to find out if that motivation can carry them to a victory today.
And yes, as we previously mentioned, 4th grand final in 5 years from when they were in Div 5 in 2017. Glenunga 19-11-125 easily beat Paraka 8-6-54. The following year, Glenunga 9-13-67 beat Jeps Cross 6-7-43. In 2019, of course, these two teams, Glenunga 12-14-86 defeated Old Ignations 10-5-65, and again in 2021 they now meet in a Div 2 grand final as opposed to a Div 3 grand final 2 years ago. Quickly, as the players come across now to line up for the national anthem. 2017, Old Ignations in Division 2, they finished 7th. The following year was a difficult year for them. They only won 3 games and were relegated. Then they obviously met, as we said, they met their opponents today in the Division 3 grand final. Obviously both teams were promoted to Division 2, and last year the Old Ignations were able to have a reasonably strong year and got to the semi-finals, and this year again in Div 2 of course they have been able to find themselves now in a grand final. As we said, Glenunga last year outscored 2-1 and didn't win a game, but players have lined up now. We'll take in the formalities and the national anthem, and when that's done we will be set to go in the Breakthrough Mental Health Division 2 grand final. Is there any better thing than the roar of the crowd after the national anthem, Peter?
I reckon the national anthem should be played at every sporting contest. I mean that. Why can't you play the national anthem when any two teams are out there? It's spiritual. It gets you going. It gets you involved. It means that everyone stands up and has their own memories. And that's what I think today is important about. We love our football. There's no question about that. But we pay a special tribute to the supporters, because when it's over for them today, it's gone. Next Saturday, harsh words are spoken, promises are broken. Where's Dad gone? Down to the pub? He should be at the footy. There's no footy on. It's a big void for the supporters who love their games, and when the season's over, the athletes, they take a spell.
They need a spell.
They do, and look at all these supporters that are here today barracking. It just is... I think it's a representation of how lucky we have been with COVID, and to be able to get through almost every round this season and play our football when some of our good friends in other states haven't been able to do that. We're the lucky customers, and we're the lucky customers who've kicked through the turnstiles to see this game, which should be a real rib tickler.
Oh, absolutely. This is really going to be a top shelf contest, this one here, between two sides that's certainly, probably Foss would probably argue a little bit, but two sides that certainly have been right at the pointy end for most of the season, and are most deserving opponents today in this division grand final.
Who's going to win?
Can't go past Glenunga. I think that they've certainly been the benchmark all year. I just think that them having the opportunity, when we spoke with Nathan Grimer before the game, to be able to potentially just rest a couple of players, and they've brought some good players back in, they may be good. What about you?
Yeah, maybe, but I loved your answer, because the hesitation and you're not too sure means we could have a really good scrap, and that's what we want. We don't want a game where they're 3 or 4 goals in it early in the piece. No, that's not the case. Ball is on the half-forward line. It's knocked over the boundary line. St. Ignations will rush back in, Old Ignations, and it'll be a boundary throw in. And there's a cluster of supporters over there, Glenunga supporters with their tops. That's what we love. We love the passion and the punch. Boundary throw in, no one can gather. Umpire says my ball, and it'll be a restart. Pockets of both sides dotting the lines there that we can see, and we can see the hills in the background, and we can see all that's happening. And I'll tell you what, Vinny, I'm getting pumped already.
Oh, we're certainly pumped. It's grand final day. There's no bigger day of the year to be involved. You know, these teams would have celebrated probably long and hard last week, knowing that their preliminary final win has put them into the elite division. But right now, for the next 2.5 hours, none of that matters. All that matters is today's result. So here the ball is on halfback here with Parnas after being awarded a free kick. So he's looking, which way is he going to go? He's going to go, tries to break the tackle. He's been caught, and that's a magnificent tackle applied, holding the ball. There's the first statement. So now the ball will come deep into the 50. Pack's going to fly. Up they go. Ball comes to ground. Not able to be grabbed there by Parsons. Spills out. Opportunity for McMahon. Leading goal kicker. Snap around the corner. It's going to go across the face of goal. And out of bounds about 10 metres around from the Glenunga goals to the southern end of the ground.
Loose lips around there too. There's a few who are getting involved, those spectators. For goodness, be careful. Engage your brain. Don't be silly. Boundary throw in. Push and a shove. No one can take it away. Very hard. Over the shoulder. Over the shoulder, and it'll be a free kick in defence. And that free kick in defence will go to Jack Armfield, who kicks across the ground. He's protecting He's pretty sensible too, because he had talent out there, and McNeil, who's kicked high towards the half-back line, knocked away towards the safety of the boundary line, and over before it bounces into a green rubbish bin over there, and there'll be a boundary throw in. Good day here for the football, a really good day. We should have a night game after this to keep going.
Well, there is a night game here in Adelaide tonight.
Oh, is there really?
There is, but that's another topic. In it comes. Taken straight out of the ruck there by Wonky. Off there, kick forward by Staples, but that's a little bit errant. It's gone out of bounds on the full. And opportunity for Old Ignations to, again, look to launch. It's been a bit of a cagey start. Ball goes towards the wing. Ball off hands again. Big pack there. Look at the amount of players around that ball. Trying to bustle through there was Bennett. And I think he's actually gained a free kick. He has. Brunoli there with a bit of an errant arm. Plays on. Kicks up towards the 50. Almost the mark taken. Ball spills again. Just paddled out. Ball's been kept free. Handball comes out. It's going to be a snap on goal. First snap on goal, it is! And there's the opening goal of the game. And that's kicked by Glenunga. Excellent goal there by Nicholas Wonky. And he has kicked the opening goal for the Rams. They go to 1 goal straight. And they are yet to score their Old Ignations.
Looks to be an interesting contrast of styles. So immediately from the outset, Glenunga look to have a very, very aggressive forward press, which is why they've been able to win the ball in good areas. All 36 players were pushed up into their forward third in the last 4 minutes, so it's going to be very hard for Old Ignations to score if they can't win out of the middle.
Love the look of Willie Staples. He's got the hair going in different directions. He looks a mean dude, number 18. He gets across and just has a look at what's going to happen. The umpire gets across, and the umpires, I really like them so far. They're not plucking kicks. You've got to earn the kicks. And there's going to be a kick here for a push to the back. No. Holding the ball. Good start there by Glenunga. Just get off him is the call. Man down there with the ball is Bo Schwartz. Schwartz kicks to the centre wing. Did well. Kick forward there. Number 19 is Jack Scott. Not quite. In defence, the kick back towards the centre wing position. There's a push in the back, I think, or a mark. As it's turned out, the mark has gone the way of Joseph Parnas. Early stages, first quarter, it's a goal to nothing with, in this game, Glenunga leading by that margin.
So ball right in front of our commentary position here on Brandstand side wing. Tackle there applied on Jack Scott. Umpire surely he's going to play holding the ball. He does.
Tell you what, he took his time to blow the whistle.
He did take his time. He did take his time. The ball now with Brunoli, being prominent early. His kick goes up to true centre half forward. Pack 3, it's gone over the back. So Pack fires, it's come out the back there to Brad Jones. His kick is errant. And he will not trouble the scorers on that, but that's their first foray forward, serious foray forward for the old Ignations, the Iggies, or the Wolves as they're known.
Everybody's got about 6 nicknames, haven't they? I like that one, the Iggies. I love it.
So I think that's Zach Smith with the ball. He'll clear out towards half-back. Pack forms. Ball's just bobbling around. A lot of players again around the ball. Both teams started strongly, Pete.
Yes, it's been a good start. Just that 1 goal being scored, but it's a tight competition. We've gone 7 minutes in this first quarter. 7 minutes. Just the 1 goal being scored in the opening 7 minutes. And that's good for business, I reckon. The kick by Nicholas Wonky was successful. And it's going to be a chance now for Nathan Grimer's troops at halfback to deliver around towards the centre wing position where it trickles over for a boundary throw in. A few nerves, you reckon, just to settle it down?
Well, it's been a tight start. Tight start. You would expect this game. Well, again, the interesting thing here is we've got the highest scoring team versus the best defensive team. So it's always some an interesting dynamic to see which way it's going to play out.
Loved it too with Nick doing the interviews beforehand and hearing the coaches prepared to really give of their all. I loved it because they weren't going to mess around. They told the truth. Who's in, who's out, where's this guy playing, why isn't he playing? I'm thinking, excuse me, everything that came from the mouths of the coaches to Nick gave us an insight into what we were going to do when we're calling the game, and that's good for business. And so too is this. Quick kick, snap it is, out of the pack. Ignations going forward, and it actually fell into the hands of number 6 down there, and number 6 is Brad Jones. Or too far out, do you reckon?
I don't reckon. Probably kicking from about 45.
Okay, Brad, your move. Accuracy, and the scores are level. The crowd will jump around and make a noise. There'll be a few squeals, Brad, if you kick this one. Oh, he's made an awkward look. Action was a little bit awkward, but it's through for a behind. So at 9 minutes gone in the term, it's 1 goal to 1 behind. Low scoring game, but plenty of action and plenty of excitement.
Ball out at half-back. Ignations again with a chance to bring the ball inside 50. That's a good kick and a good mark. Looks like that's been taken there by Will Ferrari. Is that 14 or is that 10? No, 10. So Sam Boots, sorry. My apologies, Sam. And he goes short. And that's been taken by Will Abbott. So Will Abbott's going to be having a shot. Very similar position. Very similar position to the shot that was taken just a few seconds ago by Brad Jones. So maybe another 3 or 4 metres out. So let's see if he can make a better fist of it here. Will Abbott just about to cross over the 50. That's a better looking kick. Is it going to make the distance? It's not going to make the distance. Oh, big fly there, but it's just gone over the boundary line and over the point line and through for a point.
So we talked about the two contrasting styles, Glenunga with the high press and Old Ignations doing a bit the opposite, and that's probably what's worked for them defensively. They've actually got 3 spare behind the ball, so they're looking to rebound, and if they're precise enough with their kicking, they'll be all right in this game.
Well, Nick's telling us these things. I haven't got a clue what he's talking about with press and over the back and the shoulder there. Throw the ball in if you want to. Just go and get a pie with sauce, will you? I know what's going on. But that's the way of the world these days. That's the way that they play the game. And they play the game as we're watching, because a chance for a movement now for the side that has the ball. Ignations kicks long to half forward. Big leap there, almost the mark dragged down, not quite. It hits the turf. And there will be a bounce. I'm just waiting to see who that man was who ran away. It's number 35, Dominic Grant.
Yes. Ball
Ball to be tossed in. Vinny, go for broke.
Okay, so Ignations outside 50. Short kick off the side of the boot there by Centenera. And that's a defensive mark and good mark that's been taken there by Kim Edwards. So Edwards with the ball. Decides to go long. Out towards the centre. Numbers favouring Old Ignations. And, but they've given away the free kick. And let's just see what's been happening early. Ned, what have you got for us?
Just stats-wise, we've had Glenunga had the first 3 inside 50s, and the momentum really swung around there for a while, with Old Ignations having the last 5. But neither team can really put it on the scoreboard, guys.
Yes. Well, I suppose if you look at those ratios, 2 scoring shots from 5, 1 scoring shot from 3. So defensively, both teams going pretty well at the moment. Ball at the moment just near the 50-metre line. Glenunga with the opportunity here. So in it comes. Big fist forward. Has that gone out on the full? I reckon that's going to be a free kick. It will be. Can't punch the ball directly out on the full.
Just watch your ratios back there, big boy.
That's right. So this will actually be number 4 then, inside 50s. Let's see if they can make a better fist of it here, the Rams. So the kick's going to go to the lead, but an excellent intercept mark's been taken by Old Ignations. They decide to switch it out here to this side of the ground. I think that is Will Ferrari here with the ball. So he's going to go short. And good kick, good mark. Good mark taken and playing on straight away. Kicks a little bit to space, 2-on-2. Ball there taken by Manson, tackled immediately. And umpire, hot on that, holding the ball, and Pross has got it. So let's see what what he can do from half back. Swings out and kicks wide. And intercept mark, has it been taken? Yes, it has. Excellent intercept mark there, taken by Armfield. Decides to go back inside defensive 50.
Sort of cautious, both sides, aren't they?
Yeah,
Just
very
taking their
cautious
time.
so far. Oh, that kick's fallen a bit short. Now that's in dispute here at half forward. Over the ball there is Lincoln Bennett. And umpire's going to come in and ball it up about 60 metres out from the Glenunga goal.
Just the one goal so far. Nicholas Wunke sailing through with a big one. And 2 behinds to Ignations. And we've gone nearly 14 minutes, so low scoring. Good solid scrap though. Both teams not just playing for a W at the end of this game, playing so that they can grab hold of the trophy, get a medal, and say they have won, they have played in a premiership. How good's that? Joseph Parnas. Left boot to ball. That's gone 50. Cleared the pack to half forward. Who can run? Who can gather? Jones there on the left boot. Kicks the ball in towards the half forward line. That's a good mark in defence. Well taken there by James Tragakis. A very good mark indeed. Fingertips stretched out then from the Glenunga Rams player back towards the centre wing position. Charging in hard there is Kim Edwards. Had it, lost it. Oh, good gather. That's a decent piece of work from Jackie Manson. Bangs the ball a long way down towards full forward. It rolls, it's picked up, and it's kicked through for a goal by O'Brien. Or is it Grant? One of the two down there. That is a goal. That was super stuff. And that accurate shot means the lead changes. 1-2-8 to 1 straight 6. 15 gone in the term. And that was a bit of sparkling play.
It was. Having a look at the Simon Black Academy replay here. So the kick forward there by Jack Manson and goes over the back. Dominic Grant has been like a live wire in the forward line so far. That's 3 scoring shots in a row to Old Ignations, and they answer. They answer that opening goal at the almost the 15-minute mark of the first quarter. They hit the lead for the first time in this game, 1-8, leading the Glenunga Rams 1 straight 7. So up it goes again in the middle. Ruckman down, almost tried to grab out of the ruck there, James Wunke, but there's been a trip paid, and it's going to be a free kick here to Old Ignations, and they'll have the opportunity. They've certainly seemed to have settled a little bit better. Had the last 3 scoring shots of the game. So Boots goes over to the far side. Ball picked up there, well by McMahon. Now it's back out on centre wing. Opportunity here. It's a one-on-one here. Wunke, what can he do? He's taken the mark. Good mark there. Michael Wunke. 3-time Ken Farmer medalist, of course. Kicks inside 50. Free play. They're all streaming down the ground there. And the mark, good little pass there from Wunke, and that's going to get an opportunity here for Glenunga to have a shot on goal. So just going to come in now. It's going to be a shot on goal here from about 40 metres. Has just gone to the right. I think that was Luke Washer, number 16. So, oh, sorry, that's was that Williams? I'm number 15. Sorry, Nick Wunke again. Person who kicked the opening goal. Of course, Luke Washer's the same number for Old Ignations. Anyway, ball coming out here to half back.
Now there's a push and a free kick going to the Wolves. The lads from the opposition, Rams, aren't very happy because there was a possibility of a grab, but it was a push out and the umpire was there, and it's punched over the boundary line. Now I'm only going to whinge once. That's pretty good for me. Why don't the players that play in the competitions that we love broadcasting have the numbers on the front and the back? Have them on the front, so when they're running towards us and when the people that are here are watching, they can see what's on the front, and when they turn around, they can see what's on the back. I just don't understand. In this day and age, they do it in Sheffield Shield cricket now.
They do.
You've got to have your numbers on. I just think it is another way of bringing people closer to the sport that they're watching. That's the end of my sermon. You want more, do you? No.
Ball at half forward. Over on the far side of the ground. That's going to... it's actually kept in. And there's a kick forward by Staples. He's had a bit of it early. Up towards centre wing. Handball intercepted there by Wiseman. Quick handball there to Wonky. Another series of handballs, but that's going to end up... tackled there, but he got away with it. Nick Wonky. Now the ball's inside 50. Races on. First one there, Shaw. Tackled immediately by 2 players there from Glenunga. And umpire has said, yes, I'll take it. It's called time on. They're taking a little bit of time to get up. Just a little bit of pleasantries have been exchanged while they're on the ground. Now we've got a ball up. Taken out of the pack. Kick high forward. That might not even be the required. But ball inside 50. There's a mark's been taken. No, play on, the umpire has called. Snap on goal. Umpire's going to come in. He's going to give that 2 hands. So second goal kicked there by... Is that... we'll just have a look on the Simon Black Academy replay to see if we can pick up who that player was.
I think that one
That'll
was
be
Will
number
Staples.
18, Will Staples. Yes, it was. Gee, he's had a great game. Well played, young man. And that's the second goal of the game to Glenunga, and they return to the lead now with 2-1-13, leading Old Ignations 1-8.
Trying to work out, fellas, as to the crowd support, whether you can pick it up then. They got that goal, but there didn't seem to be a massive amount of vocals, and I'll go to you in a sec, Nick, because at the moment it's the Wolves who streak forward to their half-forward line. There's a free kick. Can't do that. Can't knock him out of the way like that. There's a free kick, and it goes to the Wolves. Free kick will go to Jones. He's kicked it almost to the square. There's a grab down there. That looked as if it was going to go over the top. And the mark down there is that Joey Parnas. And he took the mark, and some frustrations there by the defenders because Joey with the blue boots looked as if at one stage he was out of position, but what's the umpire doing now? He's waving his arms around. And Parnas now, he's only 20 metres out. This could land in Port Road. Oh, yes! For a minute, I thought for a minute it might have gone the wrong side. It threw for a goal. 2-2-14 to 2-1-13. 20 and a half minutes gone first quarter.
A few stats quickly, guys. It's pretty contested, closely contested across the board, really. The only one that is really going one way is Iggy's have 12 marks to 5 now, and in the last 5 minutes particularly, that's grown rapidly. So controlling the airwaves at the moment, guys, and that's why they're starting to slowly work their way into this one.
Third lead change for the game. 2-2, 2-1. Iggy's in front. Oh, pulled off the ball there, I think, Tim Big, was he? But umpire's in that ruck contest, but umpire says no. Give it to me. And I will go again. Tackled possibly without it there, Sam Abel. Ball heading towards the outside, paddled on. Over there to Scott, gives the handball off. Ball comes forward, spinning around Parsons. Parsons on the left. Well, clean bowled a couple of players there. Now it's up towards forward 50. And we will have another ball up here. 1 point the difference. 22 minutes into the first quarter.
Stand by for the big blast of the hooter. Get set, get ready. Still waiting. Is it 22
no,
minutes?
it's still a bit of time on to go, I think. A little bit of time on.
Time on in this,
this
level.
Well, we've gone 22 minutes and 15 seconds. Of course, in the games that I've watched earlier on today, once it's 22.
Flat 22.
Yeah,
yes.
Even though there were players injured in the two games I watched over at Richmond, that was it. Well, we've gone 22 and a half minutes now. Can't be too long to go because we've only had the 4 goals kicked. 2-1-13 to 2-2-14. A tight scrap. Nicholas Wunke and Willie Staples, the goal scorers for Glenunga. Dominic Grant and Joseph Parnas, the goal scorers for Old Ignations, at the 23-minute mark of this quarter.
Opportunity here for the Rams. There's the goal scorer, Staples. Goes on the left. Oh, that's, yes, it was touched there by Nick Wunke, and so that mark wouldn't have been paid. Good call from the umpire. Tackle applied, but they're going to be tackled out of bounds, and boundary umpire will come in and throw it in. Just Glenunga side of centre wing. Up they go again. Neither ruckman can get a tap. Another quick kick there forward by Staples. Having a good start to the game. Gains about 20 metres. We'll see the boundary umpire do it all again. 4 boundary umpires here for the Division 1, or the A grade, Division 2 game. So in it comes. Both ruckmen could have claimed that one. Bit of a 0-0 draw. Staples again off the pack. Ball bounces away from Jack Scott. And out of bounds again. We're going to see it all happen again here, Peter. Just a little bit of a lull in play. 24 minutes just about to tick over.
Yes, can't be too much longer, you wouldn't think. I love the setup over there with a cheer squad. They're barracking hard for the Rams. Isn't that good to see?
It's fantastic, and I tell you, I reckon you're even money that they'll head to the other side of the ground in the next quarter. That's
good. Well, whilst they think about heading to the other side of the ground, there's a grab taken there by Sam Parsons. Parsons goes the short pass. Wunke will get up and take the mark. No! He had it, he lost it, he went back in again. Umpire watches closely. No whistle. The hand pass comes out of the pack. Tragakis, no, knocked away from him. Defence from the Wolves is strong and bold. Good grab, good cackle there, Jack Manson. Is he going to be rewarded? No, he's not. And this first quarter continues to creep by. 25 minutes gone.
Up it goes. High kick, get under that one. Up they go. Big fist forward. Well done there by Bennett. Ball now and the race is on. First one there is Prosser. He gets the kick over here to Weissman. His kick towards Wunke. Wunke's taken the mark. And he's going to get 25 for his trouble as well. For the push in the back after the ground was taken. So this is now a certain goal. Doesn't even wait. Oh, Kumpi's gone galloping as he snuck it in. Oh, he has. He has, Michael Wunke. So, well played, Michael Wunke. That's their third goal, and that is the fourth lead change for the quarter.
That one will hurt for Old Ignations because they actually had a few extra behind the ball there, really trying to see out the quarter. And it was a really good mark there to get a shot on goal, but the 25 made it a lot easier, and now Glenunga most likely going into quarter time with the lead.
And far be it to me to make a negative comment with a player who's played the game so often. He didn't take a lot of time to get that kick ready to shoot for goal. He just had it, turned around. It kicked a goal, I know, but I think a few of us, yourself and myself included, thought he might have missed it.
Oh, that umpire, he moved a mile then, but must have just snuck it in.
Well, that's good for business. 3-1-19 to 2-2-14, coming up to the 27-minute mark of this quarter. Kick to half-back, up in front, almost taking the mark. Sam Abel, not quite. Ball kicked back towards centre wing. There's a fist and a half. A decent whack forward by Jack Matchett. Across towards the centre of the ground. You are gone, Bo Schwartz. He had the ball. He didn't know the elephants were creeping up behind him, but he felt the whack of the trunk and he lost it for holding the ball.
Yes, well done by Brunoli there, being prominent early. Kick forward. Looking there for Grant. Still going at it. Third opportunity. Applies another tackle, and that ball's going to spill over from Harry Prosser. A half forward here for Old Ignations. Opportunity there, nearly 27 and a half minutes for them to actually sneak a late goal here. Boundary umpire going to bring it in. Ruckman will go at it again. Big and wonky. Neither Ruckman able to get a clear tap. Pack forms off of that one. Umpire, yes. Oh, he's paid holding the ball. But who's got it? There's a siren. Won't matter. It would have been, it was a Glenunga free kick at half-back. But as it stands here, 3-1-19 to the Glenunga Rams, the minor premiers, looking for their 4th premiership in 5 years, leading Old Ignations, looking to reverse the result of the 2019 grand final between these two teams in Div 3. They're 2-2-14, 5 points of difference. We're going to go to a short break. And when we come back, we'll get all the stats that matter from the first quarter.
Brad here is a great all-rounder. He likes the Catch app to get anything he needs fast, like Brad's Pit, Brad's Mitt, Brad's Kit, and Brad's air freshener. Yes, for anything they need, everyday Aussies, check out Catch.
The Simon Black Academy is a 3-pillared program that combines both education and Australian rules football. Available in 4 states throughout Australia, the program covers 3 key areas. The first is an education component through the Torrens University. The second is the development of the participants' AFL skills, helping the player to become the best player they can possibly be. And the third is a leadership and growth program. The Academy is a perfect opportunity for participants who like football. They get exposed to AFL coaches and mentoring opportunities as they do their university degree. The first 12 months allows participants to complete a diploma in Sports Management Elite, and if the students elect to stay on for a further 2 years, they can complete a Bachelor's in Business Management with a sports focus. Based down at Norwood Oval and the Arc at Campbelltown, it is a fantastic program for anyone interested in sports management who loves football and wants to extend their education with a Torrens University degree. Feel free to check out the website simonblack.com.au.
Get a quick and easy low-rate car loan from Police Credit Union today.
Celine has a love of singing and condiments, which is why she uses Catch to keep her spreads in high supply, like Celine's Dijon. Yes, however they like to shop, everyday Aussies, check out Catch.
Five points of difference here. 3-1-19 to Glenunga and Old Ignations. 2-2-14. Let's go to hear what the coaches had to say at quarter time.
Yes, boys. Well, I was with the Glenunga huddle at quarter time. Basically, they wanted to try and be smarter a bit with the ball, smarter decision making around the ground, because at the moment it's just been a bit of a scrap, even for both teams, and more awareness defensively, because the way that Old Ignations have been able to score, they haven't really been impressed. So they'd like to be a bit more smarter. Obviously, they've got the lead, but they'd like to be a bit further in front.
In terms of Old Iggies, guys, they were pretty happy with the first quarter, just making sure they slow down when they're under pressure and make the most of their opportunities in front of goal as well and going forward inside 50. But most of all, the coaches were pretty happy in just making sure that they're enjoying the day and making the most of the experience. Back to you guys.
Interesting there, Peter. Two completely different scenarios of how the coaches approached their talk to the the players at quarter time as we have a look at some of the statistics from the first quarter. Inside 50s, pretty even. Turnovers again even. Tackling, Iggy's certainly applying a lot of pressure on their more fancied opponents. Tackles inside 50 though, 4-1 in favour of Glenunga.
It's been scrambler, hasn't it? There really hasn't been any team that has created a lot of opportunities, particularly up forward. And that might just be the way this game unfolds. We've seen throughout the day, and I'm sure with our other broadcasts that are coming to you right around South Australia, you're seeing grand finals where you're not seeing the cleanest or the snappy footwork or the long kicks and the high marks. It's a grand final. It's a grand final, you're just not sure. And I reckon that's what we're seeing. We're seeing a lot of scrambling stuff at the football, and we've seen 5 goals kicked. That's not a lot in a game of football where the first quarter went for 25 minutes, and a tight game. That's what we wanted, and I just have these feelings. That's what we're going to get. This is 3-1 to 2-2, and as Wonky struts down towards full forward, a player like him to take a grab and to kick a goal here and there, he's the sort of guy you're going to have someone on their forward line to do justice, and he could be the one.
Well, we're coming up now to the start of the second quarter, Peter. Yes, look, the two big full forwards here, McMahon and Wonky. Will be interesting to see how that one plays out for the remainder of the game. Just waiting for the umpire, I think, just to check that we've got everyone off the ground, all spectators and others that were having a few kicks.
And you're right with the cheer squad. I'm not sure where they've gone, but they've left their vantage point, haven't they?
They have. Up it goes. Second quarter. Umpire will come in, he'll do it all again. Ruckman's very even contest in the ruck. Again, that one probably favoured by Wonky's. Punched it forward probably about 5 metres. Umpire's going to do it again. Tight start again to the second quarter. Up it goes. Third man up there for Glenunga, but the ball's come out wide. And now Iggy's are the first ones to go forward here. Good mark taken there by Brad Jones. Influential player so far in this game. His kick goes inside 50. Oh, it's gone straight over the over 3 players there, and now it's back out towards the 50-metre line with the chance for Glenunga to clear. Oh, that tackle was not paid high, not paid holding the ball, and the ball then from that spilled over the boundary line and has gone out of bounds.
Good work too for the umpires. I saw Colin Rouston over at Richmond earlier this morning going in to wish his charges all the best, and I said, mate, you won't hear us bag umpires, you'll hear us constantly congratulate them for the mighty job that they do, and that's not just in terms of the central umpires, that's in terms of the boundary umpires and of course also the goal umpires. Lucas Tragatis now in towards the half forward line. He's kicked forward for Glenunga. It's picked up and slammed back towards the half forward line. It bounces away from Schwartz, and it will go over the boundary line for a throw-in. So no addition to the score in this term. We've gone 2 minutes with Glenunga 3-1-19, Old Ignations 2-2-14 in the grand final.
It's tight, it's tough, it's a grand final. Ball on the forward 50 here for Glenunga. But again, excellent defensive work allows the Old Ignations to bring the ball forward. Ball comes out wide here. Good kick, good take by Manson. Swings around on the left, the non-preferred. Goes towards 50. Oh, excellent intercept by Liam Bennett. But he's down, and the mark's there being taken. I think that's by Parnas in the goal square off of that, but he's a little bit slow to get up there, Liam Bennett. Running back with the pack was an excellent spoil. Although it's probably going to be in vain because Joey Parnas has become the first multiple goal kicker of this grand final. And we have our 5th lead change of the game, with that being the opening major of the second quarter. Old Ignations up by a point once again, 3-2-20 to 3-1-19.
Bit of territory available there. Parnas was quick to go back, and what I liked about it was he could have in effect played on. He could have just said, yeah, I'm here, I'll kick a goal, but he thought, no, take your time, don't do anything flash, and he didn't need to. And the score now is 3-2 to 3-1 in a tight and a contest that's stirring all and sundry. They're all jumping about. The conditions here are quite magnificent, as we see down below the Premiership Cup for the previous game being carted around by the Iggies, and they're getting plenty of good solid feedback. Fill it up if you want to, I'll have a drink of it. They're all pretty keen, and good on them too for that exciting finish, as we will see now. He's going to attack. It's 3-2-20 to 3-1-19, 4 minutes gone in this particular term, and we're going to see Ignations going to attack.
So Comanzetto with the kick. Grant's got a second opportunity here after his initial kick was spoiled. Very tight and tough there inside the 50, or surely taken high there. He's copping a bucket load in this second quarter early, Liam Bennett. One of the 3 inclusions this week. Umpire balls it up. The non-officiating umpire has actually picked out a free kick here, and it will go to Bennett, and well earned. He's actually copped a couple there early, so well done there to Liam Bennett. His kick goes out wide, out towards the wing, and it's punched over the boundary line, and we'll have a boundary throw in on centre wing.
We can see how Old Ignations have been setting up, like we said, in the last quarter, with the couple spare behind the ball, which has really troubled Glenunga at the moment. And so Old Ignations have really been able to control the game this quarter so far.
You know, we get the chance to travel around, and we get to call matches at all sorts of venues. That's if I can find them. And I've got to tell you, this is pretty here, this venue. It is spectacular, and it really is good for business. I think Walkerville's probably the best I've seen with the picket fences, but this is good as we see the ball barreled over the boundary line, just a little bit away from where we're sitting in our bird's nest, and there'll be a throw in. But it's each of the grounds of a different character, and it's magnificent. It really is. It's good to meet the guys and head off into different directions with no clear direction in your life, but you'll get back in time. There's a hand pass, that's all right. Edwards, halfback, kick not good, cut off there, chance for McNeil. McNeil shot the ball across very, very quickly, kicked to half forward. Ryan's down there, no. It's paddled away in defence, and they might get out of jail down there. Zachary Smith had it, lost it, goes back in for the hard ball. Now he's going to lose the ball completely. Left booty towards full forward, paddled away and swatted away through for a rush behind, and in effect a lot of pressure being applied by Glenunga. It's 3-2-20 to 3-1-19. You're about to change the score up there. So it is now 3-1-19 to 3-3-21, almost 7 minutes gone in the term.
7 minutes gone, and this game has yet to open up. Still tight and tough and hard. Oh, what a good mark. Good strong mark taken there by that looks like it's the ruckman. It is Tim Big. Gets the handball out. Kick towards full half forward. Looks like that one might beat everyone over the boundary line. A little bit of a bump there. No, it hasn't. It hasn't gone over. William Staples with the kick forward. Back towards the wing. Numbers again with Iggy's. Kick towards the inside. Good mark taken there by Reynolds. Reynolds, what's he going to do? Gets the handball out. Now the kick in towards 450. They got a player free. And gee, there's a breakdown there in the Rams' defence.
You hear that down below? Wake up, boys! Come on!
Yeah, and for what was easily the best defensive team, nearly 300 points better in the minor round than the second best. And it's Parnas again. How does he get free? He's kicked too. Someone should be wearing him like a glove. We had 6 goals so far kicked in this game. If he kicks this one, he'll be kicking 3 out of 7 combined. In he comes. Oh no, give him a rap, and we always know what's going to happen. Ned, what have you got?
Some pretty glaring stats, guys. It's 7 marks to 1 Iggy's way and 8 inside 50s to none so far this quarter. So pretty damning stuff so far this quarter. You'd hope Glenunga can turn that around soon.
Yes, well, thanks, Ned. In this term, 1-2 to nothing. 1-2 to nothing. That's a damning stat. And the Iggies, I'm still getting around the Iggies. Call them what you like because they're doing all right. Almost Parnas again, knocked away off hands and through for another rush behind. So they have all the momentum at the moment, but they can't score and hurt the opposition. 3-4-22 makes it now 3-5-23 to 3-1-19. 8 scoring shots to 4, and yet the lead's only 4 points.
Yes, and we're up here at the top of the grandstand and right level with the top of the trees, and they must be blowing a gale, even though they don't look like they're moving at the moment, because all the players to the right of screen. And in it comes again. Kick forward. Good kick. Gee, that's a good mark. Good mark there taken. Is that Grant again? Having a really good game. His kick goes inside 50. Which way is it going to go? Good intercept mark taken there by James Wunke. So he'll go back, the ruckman, and he'll take it back down the line and relieve for the moment. Pack flies. Almost unable to take the mark there. McMahon off his hands. Spills. Now it's back inside 50 again. Dangerous position here again for the Rams. What can Iggy's do? And umpire has picked out a free kick. There's going to be a relieving free kick here. And that will be taken by Justin Bonney, I think. Is it?
You're spot on. He didn't know, though.
No?
He didn't know that he was getting the free kick. But still, fortuitous. Maybe the call. Ball hit back towards the centre of the ground, or the centre wing position. The attempted tackle from Staples wasn't effective. Whistle. It's over the boundary line. And all the players, really just about, on the opposite side of the ground, heading towards South Road.
And I don't know if this is a good sign, but the Glenunga faithful, they're just to the right of screen, but they're at the wrong end of the ground, and maybe they're cheering on for the Glenunga defence to keep holding on here.
Well, they're not making too much noise. They should buy a Central District book and learn how to yell constantly. Ball at centre wing.
Kick forward by McMahon. Here's a chance. No one basically forward of this contest in outside of this screen. Now there's a couple of players just moving back. Couple of players moving back towards the 50. And the umpire will ball it up half forward for Glenunga. They have not been able to manufacture anything in this second quarter so far. Tight contest.
I'll just ask Nick a question whilst he's here. Nick, when you went out and you and Ned went to the huddles, was there any breeze out there at quarter time?
There is a little bit. It's pushing towards the far side of the ground, but it's not. You can actually see there's some flags on the opposite side of the ground where there are some Glenunga fans over there. So there is a little bit of a breeze pushing towards the other side of the ground, but not very strong that it should affect the game this much.
Well, what we've said too, Vin, you're same as myself, like Glenunga haven't looked like scoring in this quarter. They've played 12 minutes, and if we just look from where we are, there's not too much fluttering, is there?
No, it's a beautiful day for football. Magnificent, the most magnificent month of the year, September. Finals football.
Settle down, mate. The other game at the Adelaide Oval hasn't started yet. Just go quietly. Here's some medication for you. Come on, pop it in.
It's all good. Staples going to kick it back.
One game at a time.
Iggy's again with a chance to launch forward. Div 2. Both these teams moving up to the Premier League next year in Division 1. It's Manson on the left. Spotted something out wide, but the kick's not quite going to make it. Couldn't get it to Kennedy. And the short kick now is going to come to number 19, Jack Scott. He gets a little bit of attention, just a bit too much attention. He'll take the extra yardage. So from the 25, goes long. Wonky's the target once again. Over his head, can't quite take the mark here, and that's going to be paddled through for a rush behind, and that is their first score, 13 minutes into the quarter, Nick.
Look to see Glenunga actually have a press of their own here and have more behind the ball to be able to lock it in their forward half. And now for the second half of this, half, actually try and control the game and actually convert, unlike Old Ignations have been able to.
Well, here's my stat. Every player, repeat, every player on one half of the ground, two actually running into the forward line for Old Ignations as we speak. It's pretty hard to get something going if you've got so many people locked into one half of the ground.
Yeah, and that's probably been conducive to the fact that the game's been so tight so far, that there's so many players around the ball. A boundary umpire is going to throw it in again. 3 points the difference. It's tight in the trenches here at Woodville Oval. See what happens. Big one key, probably big in front there. Gets the tap, goes down. Lincoln Bennett, the bottom of that pack, tackled immediately. Umpire's going to come in again and ball it up. I wonder what the world record for stoppages is.
Are we heading that direction, are we?
Well, it's been tight. It's been tight. There's again, look at the amount of players around this ball in just that camera view.
Yeah, what about the cameraman? How lucky are we to have those guys who get up with their tripods and we can see so close to the action, and because we can, so too can the viewers.
Absolutely. Up it goes again. Kick smothered off of the boot of Trigarchis there. Ball, but here's a chance here for Edwards. Edwards with a snap. Edwards has kicked the goal. And amazingly, despite all the work that's been done down the other end of the ground, the Rams are back in front. 4-2, 26 to 3-5, 23. 3-point lead here. Let's just have a look on the Simon Black Academy replay. Dodged one, comes inside, snaps on the right. Kim Edwards has kicked the goal.
How about the goal umpire then, just squatted superbly, a bit like David Roden when he decided to take up goal umpiring and gave away his footy days, but in perfect position to adjudicate. And how important was that to get a goal and to grab the lead at the 16-minute mark of a low-scoring second term. So
Damien Boots will probably be a little bit disappointed there. After all the work they've done, they're one foray forward there and they've gone behind. But here's another opportunity. Handball there by Comenzetto. Out towards Reynolds. Reynolds gets the handball back. Here's McNeil. McNeil's little kick's fallen short. It's right in on the 50-metre arc. What can they do here, Iggies? Ball spills free there to Bennett. His kick is high. No one can take the mark. Now there's going to be another opportunity inside 50. Good kick. Excellent kick. And, there's got to be is there a penalty there?
There will be, but I'm looking at a player. I didn't see it.
Yes, non-officiating umpire. It's paid the 25.
No, so but it's Liam Bennett again. He's just really had a bad half so far. He's just trying to come off at the moment, but it was pretty much accidental clash, so it's been unfortunate for him. He's getting a bit of lip from the crowd here as well, so he'll come off and be assessed, but he looks to be jogging off okay.
But it's Cam Ortlep. He's got the ball, Cam Ortlep. And he's going to be kicking from right on 50, right in front of goal. Comes up to the 50, bends around. That kick doesn't look too bad. Might just fall a little bit short. And has been punched through for a minor score here to Old Ignations. So they go to 3-6, 24. Now trailing by just the 2 points, with the Rams on 4-2, 26.
And the change, Oliver Gasprin is on. He charges on, and there's, well, a bit of noise for him. Ball kicked across towards half-back. Jack Armfield. Neat and tidy. Now they can set something up. Iggy's here, the ball at centre wing. Neat and tidy, all right, Ferrari. That's Hugh Ferrari at centre wing. Now there's a cluster up forward, so it's 2-on-3. The big leap is unsuccessful because the man staying down was Kim Edwards, who took the mark in defence for Glenunga. And the umpire is waving him on, so that's a floater. Back towards the centre wing. Up there for one hand there was Shaw, couldn't drag it down. Umpire blows the whistle quickly and we'll get across and we'll have a let's start again at the 19-minute mark of the term. Not much in terms of a score ticking over. 4-2-26 to 3-6-24. It's Glenunga in front.
Goal apiece in this second quarter. Out of that, the ball is spilling over the boundary line there in front of Centenera. And boundary umpire will come and throw it in. In it comes. Close there. Staples applies the tackle. Ball spills free. Umpire will come in and ball it up again. This game just we're just waiting for it to break open. Who is it going to be that's going to break this game open? Wonky pushes his opponent out, gets the handball, picked up there well by Edwards. He's having a good 5 minutes, Edwards, here. Unable to take the ball there, McMahon had 2 goes at it. Now it's Iggy's. Getting the ball up towards half forward. Just overrun it there, Brunoli. Probably looking a bit more at the man than the ball there, but now there's a pack there. Umpire's going to call holding the ball, and I think that's actually going to be paid there against Bradley Jones, and it is. So Glenunga here with another opportunity here. Ball will probably come out towards centre wing. Getting plenty of good advice there from the Iggy's faithful in front of him there, Peter.
Yeah, some of the noises that are being made, we will not put to wear out. And I won't tell you why, but I'll guess that it's a little bit noisy, but that's all right. You're allowed to make a noise when you're at the football. And when you're at the football seeing someone like Nicholas Wonky, why not make a noise? To half forward, smashed to the ground. A bell runs in, can't gather. He's a Glenelg player wearing number 11, and there will be a throw in as we tick to the 20.5-minute mark. Just 2 goals kicked in this second quarter. So we mentioned earlier on, Vinny, that first quarter wasn't going to go a long way. Well, in terms of time, we've only had 2 goals kicked so far in this quarter.
Only the 2, and that's going to just go over the boundary line at half forward.
There looks to be some good news on the Liam Bennett front. He's just looking to be able to come back onto the ground in a short moment. He's looking to be walking around all right, so he must have gotten the all clear from the train.
Well, he copped a battering in the first 5 minutes a couple of times. Probably a bit unlucky. The third time lucky, he did get a free kick. Ball at half forward for Glenunga.
Just had some excellent news text through to me that Hungry Jack's is open at half time. Hungry Jack's, 2 blocks away, is open at half time. Are you interested in that news?
That's that one at Port Road has been there forever too. So we just across about 200 metres from the ground. Very happy for those who are looking for a half-time snack.
Looking at
we
me,
just,
I hope.
Just get Nick to keep an eye on what's happened here with one of the Glenunga players down. I think that looks like it's Alex Harron. That might be just coming off, looking a little bit groggy. We'll get Nick to report on that at half-time and let us know. But I think he just copped one there in the... he's going to come off. Going to try and get him off through the interchange. Play goes on. He's been replaced by Lincoln Bennett, but he's a little bit of a knock to the back of the head. So
Nathan Grimer didn't say anything. He walked past. He looked at him and he kept on walking, the kid. And I think the coach must have said, "Come on, toughen up, Princess. You'll be all right. Let's check you out at half time."
Well, it won't be long till we hear that siren. 22.5 minutes, maybe a minute or 2 to go. Glenunga pressing. They have the lead. Taken straight out of the ruck there by McMahon. Ball close to the boundary line again, and over it goes again. And we will repeat. Every player within probably 50 metres of this ball. Every player within a kick. McMahon again. Takes it out the ruck. Kick smothered. Ball spilling forward. Only about 5 metres out. Very dangerous position. But Iggy's with a couple of handballs. Baby to get the kick out towards half back. Pack at half forward. And then now there's an Ignations player down. He gets up a little bit groggy.
Just quickly, lads, it's 17-7 Glenunga's way in terms of the hit out. So they're really taking the ascendancy in the ruck hit outs.
So James Wunke doing a very good job.
Yeah, bit of a push and shove there, and one of our favourite players, Willie Staples, stepping up and saying, if you get near me, I'll push you out of the way, and if you come near me, I'll push you even harder. It's good to see. They're still at it.
Up it goes. Well, there's another one for Wunke, but that's been sharked by Ignations, but that kick's short. Oh, couldn't take the mark there, Smith. It's gone over the back. Lucky he's got support. Handball comes out, taken there by Matchett. Tackled immediately by two Ignations. The umpire will come in and we'll have another ball up.
24 and a half gone. 22 plus time on. 4-2, 26, 3-6, 24. Tight game. We'll analyse it at half-time. Who'll be in front? We won't have much time left in this quarter, you wouldn't think, because goals difficult to come by. The attempted kick by Sam Abel. Now what's happened? The umpire is going to get across in a hurry. He's still getting across in a hurry, and now he's talking. He's having a good old chin wag. And there is going to be a free kick, and that free kick will go to Will Ferrari.
Well, it's very interesting there. Jack Scott got the forearm up as he was getting tackled, and then three Ignations actually come and actually made him earn when he had the ball and brought him to the ground.
Kick long in towards full forward off the boot there of Centerina. Pregnant pause. The crowd all of a sudden decides to become quiet on song. And there'll be a bounce. 25 and a half gone. Oh, how good would it be if this was the last quarter? 25 and a half gone last quarter. And it's a 2-point ball game. Glenunga 4-2, 26. And the Ziggies, or whatever you want to call them, they're 3-6, 24.
So, quick kick out from defence, goes towards the 50. Oh, a couple of Iggies there spoiled each other. That's allowed McMahon to get the handball out. Now they're running through the middle here. Another handball comes across here to Bo Schwartz. His kick is high. It looks like that's going to be... Oh, excellent mark has been taken there in defence to thwart that opportunity for Glenunga. They really probably should have done a little bit better then. They had numbers streaming forward. So the kick comes out towards half-back. Well then taken there by Centenera. His ball's out wide. Now towards half-forward, but it's going to be intercepted. And... just checking what the umpire's doing here. Yes, I think it was. Out on the full. Tregarkis is going to take it. That's a lovely, good long right leg kick to half forward. Punched off the back of the pack. And that will go over for a boundary throw-in.
The noise that you hear very shortly, my friends, will be the blast of the siren. We've gone 27. We've had 2 goals kicked in this second quarter, 1 each. Surely the siren will sound and we'll be able to evaluate the first half of this grand final. It's at centre wing at the moment, the ball. Good knock away there by McNeil for Iggy's. The little fella's on the run. We like him. Staples kicking towards full forward. And the fall over, well, I think was that in the finish, falling over was our mate down there in Wunke, and Ryan took the grab and will take his time at the 27.5-minute mark, back towards the half-back line. That's a thumping tackle, which might have been a little high from where we can see it. That was William Staples who put the tackle on. The hand pass will come back to McMahon. McMahon with that player for Iggy still down in towards full forward. No one can take the mark. It's cleared out and a good grab taken by Kim Edwards. I think he'll be paid it. And whilst I'm getting excited about Kim Edwards, there was a pretty vicious tackle that was high. Now, is there going to be a kick?
Umpire didn't pay that mark. No, umpire didn't pay the mark. Must have been off the boot.
Yeah. And we'll try and see, Vinny, if we can, because the player who was decked, look, there was certainly high contact, but there was no free kick. And it's number 14 down there. That's Will Ferrari, who's up and about. And what an end to the quarter then. I thought that Edwards looked like he'd taken the mark, but obviously not. So it's 3-6-24 to 4-2-26 at half-time in the grand final in some sort of a scrap, even though the scoring's not on song. The footy's pretty tough.
Well, I tell you what, if it stays goal for goal here, even though there hasn't been that many scored, we're really looking forward to a magnificent second half. So it's 2 points of difference. So Glenunga's lead has been trimmed from 5 to 2 points here at half time. 4-2-26. Old Ignations 3-6-24. And I would think that I cannot split these two yet, Pete. I'm not sure which way this one's going to go.
Well, there's plenty of noise from down below, and I would suggest that the significant noise comes from the Old Ignations supporter group. Haven't they had a day and a half? They've been playing all over the shop, calling in at football grounds because they're in the grand final. And it's been, well, an understanding from the respect that they've gained in the community, the football community, as to how good they are, and the protection of the ownership that Glenunga like to have with the football that they're experiencing. It's just too tight to call.
It is too tight to call. Anything you can report from down on the ground, Nick?
So not at the moment. So both players, we'll start with Alex Haran, who finished off the rest of the quarter on the bench. So for both players, as we noted before, Will Ferrari looked to have a bit of a shoulder incident there when he was taken down in a tackle. So both players will have to get an update before the start of the third quarter.
So the time clock's still going. It's out to 30 minutes and 30 seconds, but this game is certainly over for the first half. And that tells us that the Rams, the minor premiers, are leading by 2 points. We're going to go to a short break, and we'll have some analysis of the first half when we come back.
Daniher is a great all-rounder. He likes the Catch app to get anything he needs fast, like Brad's Pit, Brad's Mitt, Brad's Kit, and Brad's air freshener. Yes, for anything they need, everyday Aussies, check out Catch.
The Simon Black Academy is a three-pillared program that combines both education and Australian rules football. Available in 4 states throughout Australia, the program covers 3 key areas. The first is an education component through the Torrens University. The second is the development of the participants' AFL skills, helping the player to become the best player they can possibly be. And the third is a leadership and growth program. The Academy is a perfect opportunity for participants who like football. They get exposed to AFL coaches and mentoring opportunities as they do their university degree. The first 12 months allows participants to complete a diploma in Sports Management Elite, and if the students elect to stay on for a further 2 years, they can complete a Bachelor's in Business Management with a sports focus. Based down at Norwood Oval and the Arc at Campbelltown, it is a fantastic program for anyone interested in sports management who loves football and wants to extend their education with a Torrens University degree. Feel free to check out the website simonblack.com.au.
Get a quick and easy low-rate car loan from Police Credit Union today.
Celine has a love of singing and condiments, which is why she uses catch to keep her spreads in high supply, like Celine's Dijon. Yes, however they like to shop, everyday Aussies, check out catch. Daniher is a great all-rounder. He likes the Catch app to get anything he needs fast, like Brad's Pit, Brad's Mitt, Brad's Kit, and Brad's air freshener. Yes, for anything they need, everyday Aussies, check out Catch.
The Simon Black Academy is a three-pillared program that combines both education and Australian rules football. Available in 4 states throughout Australia, the program covers 3 key areas. The first is an education component through the Torrens University. The second is the development of the participants' AFL skills, helping the player to become the best player they can possibly be. And the third is a leadership and growth program. The Academy is a perfect opportunity for participants who like football. They get exposed to AFL coaches and mentoring opportunities as they do their university degree. The first 12 months allows participants to complete a diploma in Sports Management Elite, and if the students elect to stay on for a further 2 years, they can complete a Bachelor's in Business Management with a sports focus. Based down at Norwood Oval and the Arc at Campbelltown, it is a fantastic program for anyone interested in sports management who loves football and wants to extend their education with a Torrens University degree. Feel free to check out the website simonblack.com.au.
Half-time here in the Breakthrough Mental Health Adelaide Footy League Division 2 Grand Final. It's 2 points of difference. Glenunga Rams 4-2-26 leading the Old Ignations well, the Iggies or the Wolves, 3-6-24. So at half-time, it's been a tight game. 5 points the lead was to Glenunga at quarter-time. They now have had that reduced to 2 points, and we really are no closer to being able to pick a winner in this one.
No, that's a good call. And look, you said with sincerity, and I know whenever you speak on air, you speak with authority and conviction, and it's to do with mental health on the occasion while we're here. And I don't mind saying this because 2 years ago, during this week, we lost a super person and a person that the football industry loved, and that was Danny Frawley. And I had the pleasure of growing up with Danny in Bungaree and Ballarat, following his fortunes with St Kilda, prior to that with North Ballarat. And then, of course, he was just such a funny guy on the bounce, on the television show every week with Jason Dunstall, but he had his flat spots. And unfortunately, one of the flat spots took over Danny's life, and we lost Danny. And Anita, who's his wife, and he's got 3 beautiful girls, her message is simple. Pick up the phone. Ask, how you going? G'day, Vince, I spoke to you last week, mate. You felt a bit flat. How you going? That's all you need to do. You haven't got a medical opinion to offer to help someone through some tough times, but you're being a friend.
Indeed.
And you know, I'll get off my high horse again because COVID is hurting people, and a lot of it's to do with relationships because you can't see your partner, and I know what that's like. You can't be with the person that is so special in your life. Pick up the phone and say, how you going? Can I help? I'm not on my high horse for any other reason but to say there are people out there who would be prepared to have a chat to you if you would pick up the phone and talk to them.
And on the back of Are You OK Day, which was during the week, yes, we encourage everyone to always look out for their friends and their family, and to and you're right, just to check in every now and then and make sure that people are all okay, and especially in these trying times the past 18 months. And having Division 2 sponsored, very fortunately here by Breakthrough Mental Health. We certainly hope that everyone's mental health that's listening is good, and they're enjoying. They've enjoyed the broadcast in the first half. We certainly have. It's been a very, very tight game, and long may that continue in the second half.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, well said. And it ties into the Are You OK Day, which happened this past Thursday. So it's very important, as we said, in these times specifically, to be able to check in on your mates and people that you know and care about, and just make sure they're okay going forward with everything.
True.
But before we delve into this game, just some scores from other grand finals. So in the Division 5 grand final, we've got Paraka 2-3-15 trailing Kenilworth 3-2-20. And in the Division 1 grand final, we've got Prince Alfred 6-5-41, who lead Payneham Nord Union 5-3-33.
Close game there in Div 1. In fact, both of them.
Yeah,
both
true.
close. Both close. They're the two that we've been able to report on.
I got a message through from Patrick Keane, who used to be the media and communications officer from the AFL.
Yep.
Champion man, doing it tough because he barracks for Geelong. But it was good of Patrick just to say hello and to pass on how much he's enjoying the coverage of the football. He dropped back from his job as the media communications manager. He has another job for the AFL, and I spent 7 weeks in Pakistan with Patrick back in 1994, and he was a disgrace. He just went everywhere, and despite the fact that you couldn't find alcohol, he did. It was an outstanding performance. He was consistent. He went to the Pearl Continental Hotel in every place in Pakistan where you could buy a beer, and I got to know him very well, and he's an absolute star. Very thrilled to be able to get a comment, a feedback on what we're doing here, but also to sledge me for the shirt that I was wearing, and that's always a good thing.
No, we love your loud shirts, Walshy. That's it, absolutely. So that's one thing we do look forward to seeing every week. Both. Only one team so far out on the ground. That's Old Ignations, keen to get back out. Just waiting for the Rams to. They might be getting just a little bit of extra instruction. And given how that second quarter went, they were only outscored 1-4 to 1-1. But Old Ignations certainly, for the vast majority of that second quarter, had most of the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's weird because if you like you said, if you look at this game based on its face value and take out all the stats and all the scores, you'd probably say that Old Ignations would be up by about 3-4 goals. But that isn't the case because they didn't take their chances as well in the last quarter. Glenunga were able to get one out the back, which was, I think, their only goal for that quarter, which is enough for the lead. And so at the moment, I think it'd be anyone's game. Someone is going to break this game open. I do believe that this game will finish under 2 goals, the margin. But someone's going to pop up with consecutive goals, and that's what's going to be the difference in these next 2 quarters.
And Nick, you were giving out the other scores in the other matches. We're not hearing high scores. We're hearing 6 goals to 5 goals, 2 goals to 3 goals.
And an absolutely perfect day for football. Not a breath of wind. There's sun shining, a little bit of puffy cloud, but absolute sensational conditions here in September. And all the games that we've heard so far have been very, very tight. And we've got the Rams back out, both teams. It's just interesting. They've come out, they've basically done no warm-up, they've huddled up, and now we see, even looks like Nathan Graham was just running out on the ground. He is just with Michael McMahon, the leading goal kicker, coming in to actually offer some instruction, a few words, and then he'll come back off the ground.
That back, didn't he? Did he what?
So the teams are just breaking. Iggy's still in a huddle with a few extra things. Let's have a look at how the first half did pan out just before we go to the third quarter. So in quarter 2, yes, Iggy's inside 50s as expected, 13-6. Turnovers and tackles pretty even. Tackling inside 50, that was a turnaround from the first quarter. Iggy's able to actually take the ascendancy there. Hit-outs there. James Wunke, I thought his second quarter was quite dominant, and that shows in the 19-9 stat. Clearances even. Centre clearances, though, the Old Ignations, I should say, able to take the ball away from the centre.
Just on another game, I've got another score update. So it's midway through the third quarter in the third division grand final. North Haven leading Gazer 8-6 to 4 goals 8.
So what's that? There's a little bit 8-4 there. So about 20 points of difference there. And the North Haven in front there in Division 2. Of course, both those teams obviously moving up into the Breakthrough Mental Health Division 2 next year that are playing in that Division 3 grand final. So umpire about to hold the ball aloft. We are no more certain. I'm sure most of the crowd isn't any more certain. Let's see how this one pans out. Up they go. Big and Wunke again actually gets the tap, but the free kick there is going to be applied and given to Gasperin. So he'll have the first kick. Just goes a bit off the side of the boot, and there's an excellent mark in defence taken there by Comensetto, player that came in for this game. His kick comes out wide. Can't quite take the mark there. Abbott butters up with the second attempt. Gets the handball forward. Tackle applied immediately, and umpire will come in for the first of what I would think of many stoppages in the second half.
The 2 17s lurk. If I look to my left, Joseph Parnas and Darcy Mitchell. They'll be key players if the ball's brought forward quickly, because Quick Joey Small, he went over the wall all right. He's kicked 2 goals, and he looks to be ominous on that half-forward line, but it's Glenunga towards their half-forward line. Almost the grab there, not quite to be taken by McMahon, and over for a throw-in. Now help me from the Bureau of Meteorology. We haven't got any worries about any precipitation, have we?
There is supposed to be some later, but I don't think it's supposed to affect this game.
Maybe in the last quarter. That's about it. Maybe in the last quarter.
It is looking a little bit grey there to our right. But that ball in has just gone as far as all the others, so the wind hasn't picked up. That's normally a good sign. Kicked off the ground there by Harron. Good to see him back on the ground. Iggy's with the opportunity here to clear the ball. String of handballs, ends up with Manson. He handballs again, and it's been called a throw. It's not a handball. So Glenunga are going to have the first shot on goal here. So big Michael McMahon, leading goal kicker. He's going to be kicking from on just outside 50. Just sets it up to about 15 out. Numbers there with Iggy's. Oh, but it's come off the pack, and that looks like the goal's been kicked there. Is that by Bo Schwartz? It is. And Bo Schwartz has kicked the opening goal. They didn't quite look at the Simon Black Academy replay here. Have a look at this kick in from McMahon. All the numbers there with Iggy's, but that punch through, they don't get enough penetration on that punch through. The taps there, comes down to Schwartz. Schwartz sharks through, kicks the opening goal, and I believe that could almost be the first time that we have a margin of more than 6 points in this game.
Yeah, it's been a tug of war, it's been an arm wrestle, and there you are, that sneaky little fellow waiting at the back of the pack. It falls into his hands, and he snags it. That's a big goal. Out of the middle, the response will come from Iggy's to half forward. Oh, that's a good mark and a half. And away you go, you get up and run, Ferrari. He does just that. Bangs the ball down the ground. It bounces. And is kicked through for a goal. I think it will be a goal. Yes, it is. Mr. Umpire is saying, is that CO Cameron Ortlep, who has knocked it through. The response quite spectacular. A goal to Glenunga, and then the response coming by way of number 30 Cameron Ortloff. And the game now, we're saying there's no goals in this game. All of a sudden there's two in a hurry.
2 goals in 3 minutes in this first part of the third quarter.
Just noticing that the wind is picking up towards that outer side again. So maybe the clouds are coming over the Monttheme Oval here. So there may be a bit of rain in the next half hour or so.
You can take the credit for me picking the rain that's coming our way.
Up it goes.
We'll give you that credit, we can.
Harron's tackled, and umpire will come in. We'll have a secondary ball up here. Big thump forward by Wunke. But again, it looks like it might be taken away. Ball spills away from Manson. Good tackle by Prosser. Kick comes out wide. 1-on-1. What's going to happen there? Can't quite take it there, Parsons. And ball's going to spill over the boundary line. Good battle there between Parsons and Ryan, but the boundary line wins. And umpire will ball it in. So we just talked about that a minute ago. Waiting for the breeze to pick up. That's normally the sign that we could be in for just a little bit of a change in the conditions here. But at the moment, sun still shining. Strong tackle applied on Santana. And that's umpire said that's a bit too strong. 2 bounces here for Manson. 3 bounces. Now goes on the left. Looks inside. Oh, the kick's going to be falling just in front. Opportunity here again for Ortlop. What's he done? He's kicked the goal. And suddenly, 2 goals, bang, bang, Ignations back in front. Ortlop, 2 goals in 2 minutes. Let's have a look at the Simon Black Academy replay. Has a look, does the dummy, strolls in, Iggy's in front.
Just quickly, lads, there's been 3 inside 50s combined for this quarter, all turned into goals. So making the most of their opportunities going inside so far.
I think everyone has seen those dark clouds off to the right of screen, and suddenly there's a hurry up.
Oh, this is good stuff. This is what you want. You need goals. Crowd loving it. Iggy's will go back into attack. They have ignited. Ball to centre wing, and they're going to make some movement. Running around off the man on the mark. There'll be a kick taken in towards the half-forward line. Umpire watches. A good tackle on Jack Scott. There'll be a bounce. First goal of this term kicked by Glenunga. The next 2 kicked by the side that's now back in front, Old Ignations. Over the shoulder is the call. Umpire is going to adjudicate, and the free kick goes to Scanlon. Scandal or danger! Danger! Kicked across the face of the goal front or into the middle. McMahon knocks it forward. Kept on running. He does a bit of pushing. He drags the player off. Handball on. Here you go! Here you go, Parsons. Parsons will wait for him. It will you run? You will. Will you kick a goal? Of course you will! Well, that's Parsons. He slams it through. 2 goals each in this frenetic start to the third quarter. An easy one. Not a lot of massive cheering or anything then. I thought Parsons got it. He's going to go whack and kick it a fair distance, but he poked it through, and this game really starts to, well, get us involved. Glenelg 6-2-38. Old Ignations are 5-6-36. 7.5 gone in the third term.
4 goals in 7 minutes. We were crying out for it, and the game has delivered. Umpire balls it up again. Long may it continue. Opportunity here. Kicked off the ground. Comes out wide. Good handball there. Excellent handball from Manson. String of handballs. Now ends up with a kick inside 50. One-on-one battle. Can't quite take the mark there. I think that was Jones. Goes with the handball. Ends up here with Big Tim Big. His kick inside 50. Which way is it going to bounce? It could end up here with Abbott. Abbott kicks the goal. It's goal for goal here. We've had 5 goals in 8 minutes. This is unbelievable, the turnaround in this game. 5 goals in 8 minutes.
You have to say to yourself, the instructions from the coaches during the half-time break, all right, the game's tight, the game's close, but it's attack so far in this third quarter, and it's fantastic.
And the streak lives on as well. Scores per inside 50 still remains at 100% for each team.
This is amazing stuff.
And it's just what we wanted. We wanted scores on the scoreboard. We wanted the guy up in the scoreboard to be kept busy. Now there's a free kick down the ground out of that centre. The infringement and the free kick will go to Glenunga. A long thumping kick. No, off the back of the pack. Who's going to be quick enough? It's trundled across the white line and through for a behind. What's going on with behinds? We don't want them. We just want goals. Glenunga with that behind. A 6-3-39. Old Ignations are 6-6-42.
Well, the best thing about this flurry of goals is that it hasn't changed anything in this game, and it's still as tight as ever. Kick forward. Oh, intercept almost taken there by Bennett. Was an excellent chance. But it's Iggy's with the opportunity here. Manson it is. Ball bounces over the top. It's going to end up out of bounds. Oh, big hit there by Dominic Grant right in front of us. That's gone over the boundary line though, and we'll have a ball up right in front of the Glenunga bench. Just to the right of screen, left of screen there, we can see Nathan Grimer looking on. In it comes. Big with the double-fisted tap. Taken there by Hugh Ferrari. Tackled immediately there by Sam Abell. And umpire will come in. Just a little bit of a lull after such a frenetic start. Up it goes. Tapped again by Big. Manson can't quite take it. Applies the tackle. Oh, it's sharked beautifully off the pack there. And around he goes, Ed Shaw. Gets the handball. Ferrari. That's Will Ferrari. Series of handballs here. Ends up with McNeil. McNeil's kick inside 15. A mark's been taken. Excellent work here. Cameron Ortlop. He's on a hat-trick. Looking for his third goal in 6 minutes here. Cameron Ortlop. He's going to be lining up all slightest of angle, going to be kicking from about 40 metres. Let's see what he can do. And for the first time, he could actually give Old Ignations a lead of more than a goal. Umpire has watched that go directly over his head, and Cam Ortlep has just hit an absolute purple patch. 3 goals for him in 6 minutes, and that gives Iggy's a lead of 9 points.
We spoke about it at half-time just before the third quarter that someone, we didn't know when, was going to open this game up for either side, and at the moment it's Ortlop who has opened this game up for Old Ignations and put them in the lead.
Yes, stands up, CO. Go Cam, you good thing. What left? 8. He just went for it. 3 goals in this quarter for him. And now the test. Now it's thrown to Glenunga. And Nathan Grimer and getting his troops together, running onto the ground before the start of the third quarter. What can happen in this game that's got twists and turns? James Blunkey kicks the ball out of the middle. It bounces towards the boundary line and goes over for a throw in, and the crowd is hushed, waiting for the next chapter in this book.
It just gives everyone a chance to take a breath. But, you know, in the context of the game, after they kicked the opening goal through Schwartz, they had an 8-point lead. They now trail by 9. Ball on their forward 50 though. This has just been punch for punch this quarter. Can they counter punch again, the Rams? Up it goes. Taken out of the ruck. Kick forward. Get under that one. Odd bounce. Good handball here. That looks like it was Ferrari again. String of handballs. Excellent handball there. That ends up with Reynolds. His kick partially from the good pressure applied by Glenunga. Now there's a kick out wide. Looking there for Dominic Grant. It's going to actually just a little bit too wide, and the relieving free kick here will be taken by the Rams.
And there is absolutely no doubt that the breeze is picking up. If we look around now and we see the trees away to our right, and there's no doubt that there is a decent breeze. I'd love our guys at three-quarter time when the huddle's there, just to give us a bit of an idea down on the ground, because this third term, we've had, 4 goals to 2. I reckon there's a bit of breeze and there's a bit of precipitation heading in our direction. Free kick for holding the man. And we're going to see the Iggies, who have kicked 4 of the last 5 there in a hurry. They're playing the game now on their terms, and they lead now 7-6-48 to 6-3-39 after 14 minutes.
So after such a flurry of 5 goals in around about an 8-minute period, we've just had a couple of minutes here where the chess moves are starting to occur. Looks like what that period has done has probably given both coaches the opportunity to get their runners out and actually change maybe a little bit of structure or a couple of positional changes, and it's just tightened up here again. But the ball's inside the Rams 50 at the moment. Handball comes out. There it goes to the shot on goal there, taken by, I think it was Bo Schwartz again, and that has missed, so that's a minor score to the Rams. They go to 6-4-40, trailing by 8 points.
Love the interview that Nick had with Damien Boots, the coach, before the game. In control, knew exactly what his charges had to do. And Damien looked at him and said, "These boots are made for walking." And that's just what they'll do. And they have done just that. Very impressive. Kick towards half. Half. Magnificent grab taken by McNeil. How about that for a mark? He lands. Did he hurt himself? The man who was protecting the mark was Staples, who couldn't get near it.
Oh, another big pack.
Kick in towards the half-forward line, and that's equally as impressive. That's Kim Edwards who takes a grab.
A couple of great grabs right in front of us here. Edwards with the kick. Let's see what happens in this pack. Off hands. Shark there by Hugh Ferrari. Tackled immediately there by Samuel Parsons. And we will have another ball up here at half-forward for the Rams, trailing by 8 points. 15 and a half minutes here gone in the third quarter. Comes out towards the boundary line. Ferrari can't quite get it. Well, Brinoli there, he's been always involved in a little bit of altercating, as we could say, on a couple of opportunities when he's had the chance. In it comes. Well, pushed out surely there, Wonky. This time he's given away the free kick, and it'll be Parnas here. Almost going to do the dangerous kick across ground, but decides to go down the line. That kick holds up in the breeze a little bit, but it's a fantastic mark. They're taken by the man of the third quarter, Ortlip. His kick goes out wide. 1-on-1, right out close to the boundary line. Handball across. Kick smothered there by Compensato. Smothered goes across the boundary line. And we will have a throw in. Probably half forward here for Old Ignations. And they hold an 8-point lead.
And I'm going to be very, very unfair with a question I need to ask you. Because of your knowledge and me just learning the caper, St Ignations are doing so well today. They are enjoying some sort of a stellar day. If they got this one as well, that'd be some sort of record, or would it be? The number of grand finals won in the one day?
There probably has been a situation where a club has probably done the hat-trick on the day, probably in the past.
They've done well, haven't they?
But,
they haven't won this yet, but
yes,
still.
Yes, but, they aren't there yet.
No, Hatchett, back to centre wing. Harron kicks the ball down the ground. Wonky turns around, he'd better hurry. Oh, he took a bit of time, and in doing so, then he goes for a little chip to his right to the running partner in Kim Edwards, and Edwards will kick the ball long in towards the forward line. 7-6 to 6-4, 18 gone, third term.
Ball up, just hits the inside 50. It's interesting, this breeze. It looked like that one held up as well. It looks like it's actually holding up both ways. It's very tricky at the moment.
Yeah, I reckon we've got to have our boundary riders climb up into the trees and get some sort of an idea as to whether it's blowing or what.
We're not quite sure which way it's going. I just called the ball holding up one way. Now it's holding up the other way. In it comes. No hold up on that boundary throw-in. That's out of the ruck there by Prosser. But again, Iggy's with taking the ball out of the ruck. And here it is with Liam Bennett tackled immediately. He'll go out of bounds. We'll have another boundary throw-in. He'll just hand the ball back. Wry smile right to the Iggy's bench, which is where this ball up is right in front of here. Sorry, this throw-in. Throw-in, in it comes. Ruckman at it again. Good tap there by Parnas, but it's going to be held up again. Umpire's going to come in it's tightened up. We had that flurry, but since then, it's normal programming has resumed.
And Vinny, I'm being honest with this call. I reckon the wind has got quite cool now. We're sitting up in our little bird's nest, and I reckon the breeze certainly has knocked the temperature on the scone. And so we'll just wait and see now as we get towards the 20-minute mark of this term. And no, there won't be a chance for the ball to be knocked forward by Jones, and it'll be a throw-in.
It is swirling a little bit more to the left of screen now instead of the right, so that may be what you're feeling, Peter.
I'm just feeling cold, that's all.
That as well.
So, throw in. Oh, it's good stuff here. Finals football. Who can win it away? I tell you who can. That's McPherson. Kicks long. It bounces. Will it be touched? Yes. Oh, just. There's the man in green down there who says, yep, I was there to make that call. 7-7 49 to 6-4 40. 9 points the difference. 20 minutes gone. Third term. Grand final here at Peckerville.
We indeed are at Peckerville here at Woodville Oval, or at Montine Kia Oval. Ball's out on the outer side. Umpire will come in, ball it up. Game's just tightened up again late in this third quarter. Neither ruckman able to get it. McPherson gets the handball out. Excellent tackle applied there by Trigarkis. Umpire will come in. See Brinoli just lurking there again. I wonder if he'll get up to a bit more mischief. Up it goes. Again, neither ruckman able. Comes out here to Manson. Manson goes on the left. Deep kick. It's going. It's a mark! Mark being taken and slammed into the post there. And it's Ortlop again.
What a kick, though. How long did that kick go?
No breeze on that kick. That would have went 60 metres. And Cameron Ortlop. 1, 2, 3, 4 for the quarter. And that's as good as busted open as we've had here. That's now 15 points.
I thought he was going to break the goalpost. Didn't he hit that full throttle? That took courage. He did not blink an eyelid. His body went thwack, and he still took the mark and kicks the goal and comes off.
Come on, standing ovation for that man.
That's 7 clearances in a row now for Old Ignations, guys. So they're really controlling it around the middle.
They are on top.
Are they what?
I'll tell you what, they don't call it the Premiership quarter for nothing.
No, this one has been extraordinary, given that Glenunga got Schwartz with that early goal. Now there's another free kick out of the middle, and the free kick will go to Iggies, who are on song, and boy oh boy, Tim is big. He decided not to go for the kick down the ground, went the hand pass, and the ball is kicked towards the half-forward line. Good running on there by Scanlon. It's going to come back to number 32 there. Reynolds, no. He had it, he lost it. He's got Brunel who gets in there for a hurry-up. Scramble there, and there will be a bounce. And we've gone 22 and a half minutes. At half-time we were whinging about not enough goals. Well, they've had 5 in this quarter. It's been super-duper stuff.
Good spoil there by Isaac Ryan. Ball right down in front of us, which is behind the Old Ignations bench, and they will be well happy with what they've seen in this third quarter. 5 goals to 2 they have kicked. 23 minutes in. 4 of those by the one man, Cameron Ortlett. What a third quarter he has played. Ball with Edwards. He's having a fair game too. His kick goes up, just gets inside 50. Excellent mark. Taken there by Prosser. Kicks inside looking for Wonky. Spoil from behind. Iggy's with the numbers. Should be able to clear, but it's a 4-on-1. It's the one that actually grabs it. But unfortunately, he's going to be caught holding the ball. Tackled by 2 Iggy's players. And there's going to be a free kick here that's paid that. I think that's Isaac Ryan there who's going to be taking the free kick. We'll slow it down now. They'd be well happy with their 15-point lead. Getting deep into this third quarter. Just goes short. They're going to kick out towards the outer side. That kick's holding up a little bit in the breeze, but mark's going to be taken. It's going to give the players time to get across the other side of the ground. Kick towards half-back. Oh, good intercept mark. Taken there by Tragakis. He wastes no time. Ball comes back inside 50. Pack forms at the back. Oh, pulled off the ball there. Bo Schwartz, is he going to get the free kick? I think he will. He will indeed. And what an important free kick this is late in the third quarter. 24 and a half minutes, and this can actually bring it back to under 10 points into single digits, and he's looking for his second. This is an important kick for Bo Schwartz. And in fact, his second of the quarter. In fact, he may end up with the first and the last of the third quarter. Let's see how he goes. That's a goal. They're happy with it on the outer side. It is indeed. Well done, Bo Schwartz. It may be the first and the last of the third quarter, but unfortunately for the Rams, Cameron Ortlep has just gone berserk through the middle of it and kicked 4, but the margin back to 9 points.
And you think about someone like an Ortlep, irrespective of what the eventual result of this game is, he's kicked 4 goals in the quarter in a grand final and then come from the ground. He's been a superstar. You just don't know what will happen, but he tucks that away in his memory bank. That's quality from that young man.
It's similar to what happened in the AFL grand final last year with Dustin Martin pulling Richmond over the line after being down by about 3-4 goals at half time.
Very true. Still chance for something else to happen. The ball out to half forward. Rushing in there is Schwartz. Couldn't get it. The ball cleared away. The Iggies close to three-quarter time at the 26-minute mark. Hold sway at 8:7:55 to 7:4:46. And Jones out there's got it. Goes the short pass in towards the half-forward line. Oh, crunch. You can hear the bones from here. Players go in hard. The ball knocked over the boundary line. And there'll be a throw in. We must be getting close to three-quarter time. Although we've had 8 goals kicked in this term. We might still have a few more minutes to go with that score at 7-4-46 to 8-7-55, and the only one that counts, the grand final.
Umpire's going to come in and ball it up once again. 9 points of difference here. Ruckman go up. Big and Parsons this time around. Oh, Shark beautifully there by Edwards. He's having a fantastic game. Kick goes forward towards half forward. Oh, it has to be a free kick to Wonky. They're going to play the advantage. In goes Bo Schwartz. Oh, he could have actually had his third, but he's missed. He could have had his third of the quarter to almost match the work done by Cameron Ortlop, but that's a bad miss for Bo Schwartz. Margin goes back to 8 though.
You sort of wonder whether anyone was telling him bounce or keep going, because he had open territory all in front of him. And that was a costly miss. Very close to three-quarter time. Ball rolls over the boundary line. I thought he was going to have another bounce, you know.
I thought he had the pace to actually go all the way then, but never mind.
Sounds like a fire engine down below, but I don't think it is. No. Boundary throw in. 28 gone, third term. Tight contest. Who'll win it? Good gather. Well done there, the kick by Edwards. In towards half forward. Knock back. A bruising tackle on McPherson, who tried to break away for the Iggies. Couldn't do so. And it'll be a fresh start here at the 28-minute mark of the term. 8-7-55 to 7-5-47. 8 points the difference.
Ball on the outer side. First one there is Harron. Tackled by Reynolds, and the ball spills over the boundary line.
There's right
in front of the Rams faithful over there. They would have been a bit worried halfway through this quarter as Ignations were able to pile on a number of goals in a row there, off the back of that fantastic effort by Cameron Ortlett. But they're inside 50. There's probably a little bit of time left. Wouldn't be a lot, but there are a chance here. Over the top, Parsons with the tap. Is that...
I think it's over the boundary line.
Over the boundary line? They're not paying a free kick. It looked like he might have been grabbed a little bit high there, but plenty of choice advice words there as well, as always. So it's going to come in. It's going to be Big and Parsons again. Actually taken out of the ruck there by Mitchell. Now it's with Edwards. He gets the handball there to Bonnie. Bonnie tackled immediately. He's going nowhere. And the free kick there will go to Cameron Ortlett. He's just been everywhere.
Yes. Do you reckon that's a fair free kick, though? The prior opportunity was 0. I don't know. Look, it was a good tackle, don't get me wrong. But, yeah. Here's our mate, who came back onto the ground and went into defence. But he's going to stay there, and we're just waiting for things to get sorted.
So Parnas has just come on. Tim Big just with maybe a couple of drops of claret to be attended to. But here's Ortlett. Kicks up towards the wing. Big pack flies. Big spoil there from Bennett. Ball out towards the boundary line, taken over the line before Grant could actually keep it in. Right smack bang on centre wing here. Have a look. You can see that centre line there for the middle of the ground. Over it goes. Oh, grabbed out of the ruck there by Parsons. Gets the kick forward. Excellent mark. Taken in defence. Well done. I think that's Will Ferrari there.
I'm waiting for them to put their numbers on the front.
Back up towards centre wing. Oh, great big pack. Probably 6 or 7 players there. It's going to get spoilt over the line. Couldn't quite keep it in there, Liam Bennett. 31 minutes, and yes, the game, unlike the second quarter when it had 30 minutes 20, and that was after everyone had gone inside to the change rooms. It's 31 minutes here, and we are still going.
Right, and I've got a theory on this, which I'll produce in a sec from the boundary. So when it's belted back towards where the boundary line is and over. Let's go 2, 3, 6. That's 6 goals to one end. and 9 to the other. 6 goals to one and 9 to the other, and the 9 are to where Glenunga will be kicking in the last quarter. And that means absolutely nothing.
Well, there you go. Nearly 32 minutes in this quarter. I'll tell you what it does mean, Peter. It means that the team that's 8 points down is going to the scoring end.
Yep.
And doesn't that just set us up beautifully for this last quarter here at Woodville Oval? Glenunga 7-5-47. The minor premiers are trailing on the back of 4 goals to Cameron Ortlop in that third quarter, who has put Old Ignations in front. They're on 8-7-55. It's 8 points of difference here. We're going to go to a short break, but let me tell you, it will be short because we can't wait to get back here.
Get a quick and easy low-rate car loan from Police Credit Union today.
Celine has a love of singing and condiments, which is why she uses catch to keep her spreads in high supply, like Celine's Dijon. Yes, however they like to shop, everyday Aussies, check out catch. Daniher is a great all-rounder. He likes the Catch app to get anything he needs fast, like Brad's Pit, Brad's Mitt, Brad's Kit, and Brad's air freshener. Yes, for anything they need, everyday Aussies, check out Catch.
The Simon Black Academy is a 3-pillared program that combines both education and Australian rules football. Available in 4 states throughout Australia, the program covers 3 key areas. The first is an education component through the Torrens University. The second is the development of the participants' AFL skills, helping the player to become the best player they can possibly be. And the third is a leadership and growth program. The Academy is a perfect opportunity for participants who like football. They get exposed to AFL coaches and mentoring opportunities as they do their university degree. The first 12 months allows participants to complete a diploma in Sports Management Elite, and if the students elect to stay on for a further 2 years, they can complete a Bachelor's in Business Management with a sports focus. Based down at Norwood Oval and the Arc at Campbelltown, it is a fantastic program for anyone interested in sports management who loves football and wants to extend their education with a Torrens University degree. Feel free to check out the website simonblack.com.au.
Yes, boys, so again, I was with the Glenunga huddle, but as I'm looking at the Old Ignations huddle, they're not as energetic, they're not as upbeat, they seem a bit more controlled, and I think that comes with being winning multiple premierships in the last half decade. But in terms of what they want to do, they want to be able to be better aware defensively, because that's how Old Ignations have been able to get the better of them this quarter. So they want to be able to use it, use their premiership experience, drive them home and get in front.
Here behind us, guys, they're absolutely going crazy, and the Old Iggy's fans around the huddle absolutely just going bananas and making sure that they get it over the line for the win. Now, the defensive coaches, they were adamant. One handball at the most. Get it out of the area. You got 8-point lead with 1 quarter left in the season, and just enjoy this last quarter, and let's see if they can pounce on a grand final win, guys.
Any breeze down there, fellas? We talked about it during the third quarter. Can you hear us from up where you are? I don't think they can.
We'll check on them certainly when they get back up here. But gee, how was that? Both teams, there was some noise around those two huddles.
Sounded like a monkey factory. They're all jumping for joy and yelling and screaming. And both teams, both were really going for it, getting themselves organised. And you just have that funny feeling, you know. An early goal. Who'll get the first goal? The first goal, will that mean we're closer to working out who's going to win the flag? At the moment, I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be. Can you help me?
Well, what I can tell you is it was 2 points of difference, 5 points of difference at quarter time, 2 points of difference at half time, 8 points the difference at 3/4 time. So the quite simple answer is no.
Oh,
I
what
can't
a day.
help. I can't help. They're waiting
football.
for this massive Iggy's crowd that's got to go through the gate to get off the ground. So just got a little bit of a lull here for probably 30 seconds. There must be 150 people here trying to squeeze through that one gate.
Now
just down here in front of us. As I tell you what, there's going to be some noise on that hill to our right if they're up and about here, Old Ignations. So
a loose man in defence to start the last quarter. Glenunga, they've got in defence Liam Bennett.
Yep.
8 points behind. That's a little different.
Well, it might be because it might be actually something that's you look at obviously the down the other end of the ground, and there is the spare player.
Yep.
So it may have been initiated there by Old Ignations, and Glenunga have decided that Bennett can stay at halfback. They won't man up to do a 7-man forward line. They'll play the spare player in defence as Old Ignations are, and see which and we'll see who's the first one to buckle. So. Umpire holds the ball up. We've got 1 quarter to go in 2021.
Ball's tossed in the air. Who'll grab it out of the middle? Brunel went in hard. Couldn't take the ball away for the Iggies. Let's do it again, says the umpire. The lads in green, as is their wont, and all of the umpires throughout this busy season. A credit to Colin Rouston and the troops for their performance, their participation in keeping this going as we have another scramble. And I still reckon that first goal, it's worthwhile buying. That could be a good one.
There'd be shares in that first goal, you're right. So the kick forward there by Staples on the left. Ball now at half forward, battling hard there, Parsons. Now the ball comes inside 50. Wunky caught behind. Look at them go. It's a racehorse. That might have been Ferrari. Pushed in the back there was Grant. Ball goes through. It's going to end up out of bounds on centre wing. As we have a quick look while we've got some stats there, anything that points out. Look, we got no. Hit-outs again in favour of the Rams. Clearances even, centre clearances. This time, Rams able to get a bit more purchase on the centre clearances. So back to the action.
Well done to the stats gurus who've had their flashing biros working overtime right throughout a busy season. No one can take the ball. There's a good tackle from Parsons. Oh, he went in. Parsons knows all right. He threw the ball in. And the Iggy's player was there, but the tackle was full of venom. It was legal. Ball punched away out of that toss into the ground. No one can gather. Gee, they're ruthless with their tackling down there. It's you get the ball and I'll jump all over you and I'll do it legally. And that's what's happening. And the gathering of the cheer squad is right under the scoreboard.
Ball just inside the forward 50 for the Rams. Can they get the first goal? Breaking the tackle. String of handballs. Still tight and tough inside 50 here. No point given by either team. Umpire's going to have to come in and adjudicate here. Take the ball away and ball it up. Ball comes out here towards Schwartz. He's tackled immediately. Now it's back in a pack. There are players around here everywhere. Must be 25 players just in that screenshot. Everyone again here within one kick of the ball. Up it goes. Good tap there by Parnas. That gives the opportunity to get it back outside 50. First one there, Trigakis. Gets the kick back inside, but it's bounced. Oh, they're happy under the scoreboard. It's bounced just inside the boundary line, and we'll have a boundary throw in.
Yes, they're close to the action, and they're enjoying the action. No score in the final quarter yet. 7-5-47, 8-7-55, the lead to the Iggies. We've gone 3 minutes. Ball tossed in. Who's going to gather? It's hooked out, didn't go far enough. The umpire says play on. Left boot to ball, hangs in the air close to the boundary line. Very close to the boundary line. Umpire's watching, and I'm watching from a distance. We see Schwartz almost breaking clear for Glenunga, couldn't do so. And so the adjudicators, and I'll tell you what, Vinny, they've got a tough job out there now. There'd be 20 players milling around looking for a free kick, and the umpire has to adjudicate, and he's doing it well.
Well, this game has tightened up the first 4 minutes of this last quarter. Iggy's now with the ball outside 50. Excellent spoil there from the Glenunga defence, and that will be in for another stoppage, which this time is a boundary throw-in. Half forward here for Glenunga. They've done all the attacking in this first 4 minutes. Trailing by 8 points. Premiership on the line, Div 2. Taken out of the ruck there by Wonky. Little small kick forward, gets him inside 50. A second small kick. Now it's in a dangerous position. Taken there by Parsons. Tackled immediately. He's going nowhere. Now, let's see what happens here. 20 metres out, directly in front of Glenunga's goal. Trailing by 8 points. 4.5 minutes on the time clock here. Up high, Parnas gets the tap away. Another big pack forms around this ball. Umpire here has come in. We're going to have another ball up. Just around, still 20 metres out, but around on a bit of an angle here. Up they go again. Parnas again with the tap, bouncing around. Ends up here with McMahon. What can he do? It's gone through his hands. Brunelli applies the tackle. Oh, is that holding the ball? Not paid. Umpire didn't see it. Tackle applied here by Staples. He's just letting Dominic Grant know about it too.
We're in a 10-pin bowling alley here. Players getting rocked and rolled all over the shop. There's the ball tossed in the air. Good knock away by McMahon. Who can gather? No one can gather. Ball is loose. Good tackle. Umpire said it's a free kick to the Iggies. Now, what happened there? Well, I didn't see the kick. Well, it's going to be Cam McPherson. Takes his time. 8 points the difference. 6 gone final term. He's short pass.
Well, good grab. That's a good grab.
That's a slips catch. That is a Virat Kohli for India saying, catch that one. He did. In towards the centre. Here's the man. Here goes the man. The long kick down the ground. Ortler. That's a good kick. It's marked down further by Parnas. Parnas kicks in towards the forward pocket. Clears the pack. It bounces. Shot at goal. It's looking pretty good. It's a goal. On the move. He drives a Ferrari, this kid. And he's poked it through. And despite 5 minutes of interaction at one end, that wasn't going to work. Iggy's got up the other end and kicked a goal to be 9-7-61. Glenelga 7-5-47. Run as fast as you can. Hugh Ferrari changes gears and kicks a goal, and maybe, just maybe, might have kicked the Iggies to a premiership.
Well, big call there from a very experienced man. But that leads out now to 14 points. 9-7-61 to 7-5-47. What do the minor premiers have? Div 5 they won in 2017. Div 4 in 2018. Div 3 against their opponents today in 2019. Let's see if they can do it again. Kick inside 50 by Abel. Player held there, surely, by Wonky, and relieving free kick will be taken here by Murdoch. Aussie Murdoch playing his 150th game today. What a massive reward that would be on for a premiership and a milestone.
We won't be able to get out of this oval, you realise, if Iggy's win, because all of the players from their previous experiences today have stayed here. It will be pandemonium.
It will be pandemonium, and at the moment, 14 points in front. They are in the box seat. Kick forward there by Prosser, inside 50. Umpire, this looks an opportunity here. Tried to break 3 tackles there, Harron, but eventually the ball is cleared. 1 on 3 there, and it's the one for Iggy's that actually is able to neutralise that contest. That was excellent work. Last player getting up there just a little bit gingerly, James Wonky, the ruckman. He'll obviously go up for this contest against the mummy, Tim Big.
Knocked away. Big did all right. Who's there to grab? There's a free kick for holding the ball. No. Umpire says play on. Probascus had it, but not for a period of time that was long enough. Free kick to the Iggies at centre wing out of side. And 20-odd players just swarm down the ground. He runs close to the man on the mark. Barrels a long ball in towards the half-forward line. Good defensive work there by Bonnie. He had it. Couldn't quite get rid of it. Hand pass wide. Gee, there's too many Iggies. There's too many Iggies. There's too many Iggies. And one of them who crept in. He should have taken his time, Ortlip. He had the mark. He went the handball. Why did he do that? They've lost the ball and it's gone over the line for a boundary throw. He was too unselfish on that occasion.
He should have just gone back and had the shot for goal. Yes, we could see the player running past. But, 10-minute mark of the last quarter in a grand final. You're up by 14. You've got a shot 20 out directly in front. I don't think there's any option other than go back and kick the goal. But at the moment, they're still 14 points up. Reynolds for the Rams. Goes to half. Kick out towards the wing. Kick over the top. First one there. It's going to be Schwartz. Dodges one. Opportunity here to kick the ball towards Wonky. Wonky takes the mark. Is this a 2-goal turnaround?
We can't look into the mind of the man who dominated a quarter, but that was an instinctive action, and he'll be still thinking about it, but the coach will say, get on with it.
That's right, but Wonky here to bring it back into single margin deficit. 10.5 minutes. Trailing by 14, looking for his first goal since the first quarter. Kicks gone right to the teeth of goal. Punched actually back into play. Now it's a clearing kick back out towards a forward 50. Contest here. Important contest. Big contest. Grand final contest. Aggies have won it. Now the handball comes out wide to Jones. Jones gets the kick forward. Over to there. Grant. Grant gets the kick forward. There's a player free. Can he find him this time, Ortlop? Can he kick it forward? The mark's going to be taken. He's made the right option this time. And the mark has been taken 15 metres out on a 45-degree angle.
And he's going down and saying, don't handball.
Yeah, he's probably saying, don't handball. He's also saying, for Pete's sake, kick the goal that I didn't. And can he do it here? Brad Jones. Tight angle, only 15 out. And this could be way back. You go back 3 minutes. Opportunity missed down this end of the ground. Shot at the other end, doesn't score. Can normal programming resume? Brad Jones. In he comes. Kick. Goal! 20 points the margin, Iggies. They're going to be hard to run down from here. 12-minute mark of the last quarter. Brad Jones, and I tell you what, the man who's going to be happiest that went through is definitely Cameron Ortlop, the man who gave him the ball. And they need 4 goals here. The minor premiers here to wrestle back the lead.
And they were like a swarm of bees coming down the ground. And well done to Jones, who created some space, didn't have an opponent as he ran to within 30 metres of goal, and the delivery was oh so good. And for as much as we said with Cameron Ortlep, hey, settle down, he did. He's pushed that to one side, and that lead of 20 points is a big one.
Just quickly, guys, Glenunga have had 5 tackles inside 50 after having 6 for the first 3 quarters. They just can't put it on the scoreboard, and it's slowly going away from those stats. Thanks, Camo, for them. Yeah, back to you guys.
They are dissipating. That's the possibility of a comeback from Glenunga. And they're going to do the hard things as the free kick has gone to Sam Boots.
No lack of effort. 5 tackles inside 50. They're just unable to manufacture and actually turn over that ball then and get a score. So kick to right in front of us here. Big pack. Up they go. Oh, mark almost taken there by Glenunga, but Shark there by Edwards. Couldn't actually get the ball onto his boot. Quick kick forward. Finds Bonnie. Bonnie now goes to half forward. Pack forms again. Excellent ball bob behind. Shark there well by Prosser though. Handball comes over the back. Iggy's with the opportunity here. Good kick forward to find Dominic Grant. Grant, which way is he going to go? Oh, goes around the man on the mark. Almost tackled, gets the handball away. Spins out there, Reynolds. Reynolds now looking inside 50. Has he got somebody? He has! He's got someone, all right. Ortlop again. He's going to give it off. Oh, now the mark's not taken by Camonsetto. Tackled. Collected high. Falls over. Now Glenunga with a chance. Oh, gee whiz. Cameron Ortlop, just go back and have a shot for goal, man.
Mark is taken by Isaac Ryan. He's kicked deep into the forward line. Run as fast as you can. McNeil! How about that one? Bang it through. And the score with that goal is 11-7-73 to Glenunga. 7-5-47. Good play, handball off. McNeil was busy, Grant was busy. And the goal just about is get out the sewing basket and stitch up this game.
First goal there for Grant since the 15-minute mark of the first quarter, and that's 3 quarters exactly later, the 15-minute mark of the last quarter. And Old Ignations now 11-7-73, 26 points in front of Glenunga, 7-5-47, and here they go again. Boots has been excellent in this last quarter. Repelling ball goes towards half forward. Over towards Manson. Ducks under one tackle. Gets the ball back. Is that the mark is going to be paid? That looks like it's Brinoli there. He's going to kick the ball high. Inside 50. Pack there. Spoiled. Off hands. Ball kicked forward there by Zach Smith, but he has kicked it too wide. And that has gone out of bounds on the full. It looks like it's going to be Dominic Grant who's going to have the opportunity to kick 2 in 2 minutes. (26) Fair to say. Your call was a lot earlier than mine, but if it goes over to 32, Champagne corks. He's gone tight, he's gone close, coming back. Ooh, punched away. Actually, just to sneak through for a behind. So 1 point there to Old Ignations.
8-2 to 3-3 since half time. And they have been able to dominate proceedings. Almost a mark dragged down there by Parsons at half back from that ball kicked in with a behind being waved. But nothing else will happen. And these are when you talk to footballers who play at any level. They get to a stage in the last quarter when they look at the scoreboard and they think, we can start to savour the flavour now, because even though it's only 18 minutes gone, they're too early to savour the flavour yet. But in their genes, they'd be thinking we're not far away from a premiership.
Well, the scoring end was the end to the left of screen, and that has certainly not applied in this last quarter. Glenunga are stuck in the cement on 7-5-47. But they are trying to move the ball forward. Mark not quite taken there. And playing on straight away. Nicholas Wunke, the ruckman, goes forward. But Michael Wunke's been caught behind. And Murdoch it is in his 150th game. Kicks the ball out towards the centre wing. Ooh, big fly there by James Wunke, but again taking the ball away. Looks like it might be Brad Jones. Kick towards the centre, further towards half forward there for Glenunga, and just in front of Justin Bonney. It's gone out of bounds, and our favourite boundary umpire with the headband will ball it in, throw it in.
Well, I kept the stopwatch on the start of the final quarter. 4.5 minutes Glenunga had the ball in their forward line, and they couldn't score. And to the opposite end, Iggies have gone down there and not straight away kicked 3 goals, won, but still Glenunga haven't scored, and it's 19 minutes into the last quarter, and the Iggies have posted 3 goals to put this game beyond doubt. And there's to be, I thought a trip, but no, not paid, and they go back into attack again. It floats in the air, clears. And who's going to run back? Charging back is Zachary Smith. Push and a shove. Good gather indeed by Jones. Got the ball back. He's on the boundary line, but he runs over. And he'll be quite happy to flick it to the boundary umpire. And the ball will be dragged back into play. 20 minutes having elapsed. Last quarter action. Premiership not far away from Iggies, who are 11-8-74. Glenunga did so many things that were good in the season, but not today.
Well, there's a kick that's gone through, and it hasn't gone through for a point. Quick kick off the ground, out of the pack there by Dominic Grant, but no score. So into time on in the last quarter. Glenunga need 4 goals, just not quite sure where they are going to come from. Iggy's now again, the repeat inside 50s in this quarter. Oh, here's an opportunity. Oh no, couldn't quite get there. Good ball taken there by Bonney. Tackled immediately. Umpire will come in and ball it up. Good tackle applied there by McPherson. Umpire will come in, big it up. Tap forward, first one on it is Edwards. Edwards had an excellent game. His kick long and up towards the centre wing. Front of the pack, McMahon tackled immediately, and an excellent tackle applied by Sam Boots. What a last quarter Sam Boots is having.
He's got some mates, hasn't he? Now, we've got an interchange, and running onto the ground there is Centurina. That's Jared Centurina. And I was trying to work out who was the player who ducked off, but gee, got a round of applause. There's a bit happening there for, I think, the feelings of jubilation for the side that will win this flag, the Iggies.
So 2 out of 3 for Iggies it'll be. And on grand final day, we don't want to talk about meatloaf.
No.
Brunelli, oh, what a snap! What a snap! There's icing on the cake! That takes it past 5 goals, not that it mattered. But a goal to Matthew Brunelli at the 22-minute mark of the last quarter. And that is 4 goals, 1 to 0.0.
What a last quarter. shake your head and think to yourself, as I said, 4.5 minutes of play in that last quarter. Ownership belonged to the side that couldn't score, and they haven't looked like scoring since then. And Old Ignations have kicked 4 goals, and as we speak, they swarm forward at the 23-minute mark of the term, deep towards full forward. Mark in defence is taken down there by Zachary Smith.
So Smith brings the ball forward. It's elementary now, though. Old Ignations, not only are they in Div 1, they are going in as the Division 2 premiers for 2021 on the back of quite a sensational second half, set up magnificently by 4 goals from Cameron Ortlop in the third quarter and 4 more by the team in the last quarter. 23 minutes gone.
Does he win the medal?
Well, geez, if you're looking, and this is always the discussion I have as the ball comes back inside 50. We'll just wait for this call. Pack formed. Oh yes, 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 yes. Mark taken. 20 metres out, directly in front.
He's still smiling.
And what do you reckon, mate? Brad Jones, what a mark. In he comes. Looking for his second in the last quarter. Brad Jones. A little bit of movement from the umpire. That was a tired kick. Well, he had to come back down from the stratosphere.
Well, I was going to say, we don't judge on marks of the day, but I don't think I've seen a better one today than that one.
That was an excellent mark. Big grab. There had a couple of good ones here. Remember, back-to-back just in front of us earlier in the game. But that was an excellent mark by Jones. 24.5 minutes.
Just watching Nathan Grimer down there, who is a salt of the earth, an absolute gentleman, coaches brilliantly, was with Sturt
Had
for
a
a period of
fantastic
time.
year. Let's not,
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
we celebrate what Iggies have done today, but let's not forget that, you know, this team, the minor premiers for this year, were 0-9 last year. They were more than double outscored on average.
Yep.
They went 16-2 this year. to finish minor premiers. To finish minor premiers. So, you know, magnificent work from Glenunga. Today has not been their day, but they're up in Div 1 next year, and they'll certainly be quite competitive.
Now,
umpires called play on there. Was that a mark?
Well, there was a free kick out of the middle.
Yeah.
I didn't see what it was for, and the player with the free kick, the ball was dragged down to centre half forward, and he's gone for this dainty little short pass which didn't go anywhere, but it's not going to matter because they're going to bring the ball forward with the possibilities of another score. There's the mummy who's got all his face locked up in a mask, kicks the ball into the forward pocket. It's pushed away. The last few minutes of this game having elapsed. There'll be a smothered kick off the boot close to the boundary line. Now hooked in. That was a reasonable piece of play by Shaw. In towards full forward. Who can grab it? No one can. There's some tired warriors down there.
Hey, there it is!
Guess what? The ecstasy and the not so ecstasy. 12-9-81, the winners. 7-5-47. Can you come second in the grand final, or are you just doomed to be the defeated?
Well, there can only be one winner today, and that is Old Ignations, and they have reversed that grand final defeat against Glenunga in 2019. They have also now beaten Glenunga 2 out of 3 times this year, and arguably they were the better side when they lost by 3 points as well. Early in, I think it was round 8 in the first meeting that they had. So, well played to Old Ignations. Score correct, get boundary umpires, and that score tells you that the red, yellow and blue of Old Ignations. 12-9-81 have defeated the Glenunga Rams, the minor premiers, on 7-5-47. Unfortunately, they did not score in that last quarter and allowed 4-2 to be kicked by Old Ignations. So
9-3 after half time. That's not bad.
Yeah, they certainly. Well, it was interesting. We were listening to Nathan Grimer, and one of the points that he did make, he said that they're very well coached and they're fit. And in their second quarter, they certainly did prove that point to be true.
Yep. And this is not being patronising in any way, but the game that we've just witnessed, no spite. It was between two sides who were only conscious of one thing, getting access to the ball, playing fairly, and as soon as the game finished, as soon as the siren sounded, Nathan Grimer's over there now and he's talking to one of his troops in Michael Wunke, but the players from both sides got across, shook their hands. I'm not being trite in saying this. I think the spirit was evident right from the word go. The best side were good on the day and a lot better than Glenunga would have liked to have been, and a 34-point result. That's not bad.
Oh, magnificent second half by Old Ignations, and well deserved for them to finish out on top. They certainly dominated this game after half time. And there's a massive crowd of them gathering over there, just to the right of where we are on the half forward and centre half forward area.
There's a crowd and a half down there.
Oh yeah, there's a massive crowd down there. It's fantastic to see, and just having a look, and they're taking it all in. I tell you what, I think it's going to be poor old Glenunga are going to have to probably hang around for a while. Why this big pack of Old Ignations. Old Ignations crowd disperses. Might be a little bit of time before we actually get the celebrations to happen here in the formalities.
5 of its 6 senior teams made the grand final, 3 men's and 2 women's. All 3 teams in the grand finals at Woodville today. And then, of course, we had Glenunga, 19 wins and no losses in the Division 2. We had them finishing second, 17-2 in the C2s. 2 women's teams made grand finals. Div 2 premiers, previously unbeaten Happy Valley by 21 points. Div 5 runners-up lost to Jeps Cross by 13. It's their 40th season in the Adelaide Football League. They joined in 1972. That's not a bad record.
Geez, I'll tell you what an unbelievable anniversary that is for them.
Yep.
Then and for guys, both guys that not only an anniversary and a milestone, but for the guys with milestone games today. Of course, firstly in his 50th game was Brad Jones, his 50th game, and of course his 150th game for Austin Murdoch, who did a fantastic job on Michael Wunke, the 3-time Ken Farmer medalist, and we're just getting set up at the moment with the celebrations. I don't think they're coming out of that pack anytime soon. There's just we've just got the camera on Glenunga at the moment, and they should be well proud of their season as well. But that's a massive gathering there for Old Ignations, and you're right. I mean, even if you have a look, the amount of people around there, they certainly seem to, and I suppose having the three teams today here, and as you mentioned earlier, having all of those people here all day to support all day and hang around after the C grade that were unfortunately beaten by Henley. The B grade then came famously from 4 goals down halfway through the third. They only kicked 2 goals for the game. They were 2 goals halfway through that third quarter, and then kicked the last 6 goals of the game in the last quarter and a half to win that game in the B grade. Similarly here in the A grade, they were unable to get off, didn't get off to the best start and unable to take the lead in at quarter time or half time, but then stormed home to win the second half comfortably and end up winning this game by 34 points. Let's just have a look at some of the stats as players start to finally come over. Inside 50s, Iggy's. Well, the Rams again had so many inside 50s early, but then when Iggy's did get the ball inside 50, they did make it count, kicking 4-2 to no score in that last quarter. Turnovers, pretty even. Tackles, pretty even. Tackles inside 50, even. Hitouts well in favour of James Wunke, who had a fantastic game in the ruck. Clearances again, and centre clearances pretty even, but overall, it's certainly those stats probably reflect how the game actually panned out.
And the one thing that I think is really important is that this group of footballers, not just the side that we've seen win in this game, they might never experience this again. This is a grand final. I've played a lot of sport in my days. I've never played in a premiership. Never. I've chased the backsides of people for a lot of times and never ever looked like playing in a premiership. They've won a flag. They now have a group that can celebrate and have anniversaries and get back and meet our mates. And, geez, remember that? Remember that day in September when we played in that match and we won? That will be their memory forever. And good on them. They played so well, and they're going to enjoy this and enjoy whatever follows. The best side in the day, without any questions whatsoever, winning convincingly.
Indeed, their second half, as we said, it was that start of that third quarter was just so frenetic. Then it just tightened up again, and you just got the feeling that it was possibly going to break open, but it certainly did, and it actually broke open to the non-scoring end of the ground, and it was the old Ignations team that actually did exactly that and were able to actually really pull away after three such tight quarters. So we're just listening here for the presentations.
Most of the players are sitting on their backsides, just resting. Good on them. And it's not just the players, but we talked about all the guys and girls who help out at the club. They're all part of it.
The volunteers, they're all part of this premiership.
Absolutely.
Get on with the best on ground today in the A2 Grand to
I reckon the bloke standing up might have kicked a few goals, but I tell you what, he might not be the one who wins.
Jeez, he could have had six.
He could have.
He should have had a handful at least, and could have probably had six. But well done to Cameron Ortler.
You've been talked to.
The boys from Glenunga, Alex, you guys had an unreal season. I'm really proud of how you conduct yourself. So thanks for such a great game.
He's probably as relieved as anything because what happened in that last quarter. Good on him. Good on him.
Get us where we want to be, and we're here, boys.
Thank you for that, Cameron. Okay, I'll invite the coach up now to start the rules.
Thank you very much. I'll keep it quick. It's not about us. It's your turn today, Damien and the boys. I know you've got an ongoing rivalry before my time, and I thought the game was played in great spirits. You were clearly the better team. You were clean. You did all the things you do well in finals, fundamentals. You tackled hard. If I was your coach, I'd be super proud of you. Well done. Enjoy the night. Just quickly to our guys. Win was last year, and you never want to lose the grand final, but it's a tough pill to swallow, but be proud of your effort. 16 agents in the team, a lot of other guys that have come up through the ranks this year. You did the club with your family, really, really proud. Other than that from me, I just really wanted to quickly thank the Ram Footy Club and the staff, volunteers and supporters for my year and our year. But as I said, it's about you guys, and you thoroughly deserved, and I'm sure you'll have a great couple of days. Well done, guys.
shot. Class. Well done, Nathan Grimer.
Thanks for that. Okay, we'll get the old Ignations coach up here now to have a few words.
To Nathan and Glenunga, last couple of years, or last 3 years, been enormous rivalry between our clubs. Congratulations on your season. It's a very competitive unit. We always lift our game to play, set the benchmark really high. Looking forward to playing next year in Division 1. So thanks very much. I'd like to send a shout out there to all the supporters today. This is for you, so thanks very much for coming along. I'd just like to say to the players, congratulations, enormously proud. I will go on and on and on and on. I won't do it now, but enjoy this moment. It's rare air. Thank you.
That's a good point too, isn't it, Peter? Enjoy this moment because it's pretty rare.
Well, we just said, you can't guarantee it happening again.
Nothing apart from death and taxes, as they always say.
Get their medals.
And Paul playing in a final.
Ask the team manager to start calling the names out.
Alphabetical order, because that's where I got the list in. So first up, number 31, Jack Armfield. Number 24, Tim Big.
The Mummy. Played a mighty game in ruck. He did.
I like his head here at the end of the day.
He's taken it off for the medal though.
Number Sam Boots.
Geez, how good was Sam Boots' last quarter?
I'm not much of him, is there?
Former best and fairest.
Number 48, Matt Brinoli.
We love Brinoli. He was right in the thick of it early and didn't shirk an issue. And finished with the last
Number
goal
9,
of the game.
Jared Centenera. Oh! 23, Laurie Comazetto.
Laurie Comazetto.
No shoes on now.
Yep.
He's got bare feet.
That's it.
Number 7, Hugh Ferrari.
Hugh Ferrari was good too.
You'd love to know what's going on in their minds right now. They each have a
Number
different
14,
story to tell.
Will Ferrari.
And so was Will.
Number 35, Junior Grant.
I'm sure the players will have their favourites too.
And that's great to see, man. Very lively up forward, dangerous player up forward for the whole game. And finished with 2 goals.
Number 6, Brad Jones.
And how good was Brad Jones right throughout?
Bradley.
Coach was telling us beforehand it was his 50th game today. That's a good way of celebrating.
Yep.
Number 29, Jim Kennedy. Number 12, Jack Manson.
Love Manson's game on the wing. Got a lot of the ball, won a lot of one-on-one contests, which was really important.
Coach is having a
Number
good time
44,
giving loose,
Dylan McNeil. Number 33, Cam McPherson.
Thought McPherson was really good in the second quarter.
Number 20, Ozzie Murdoch.
150 and a premiership.
Come on, Ozzie, get some decent socks for you, mate. Wearing.
I think he's worn that same pair for every one of those 150 games.
Number 30, Cam Ortlep again.
Again. And again. Yeah. And again in that third quarter.
Number 17, Joey Parnas.
How good was Parnas all day? Started well and continued right through, playing up forward in the ruck.
Number 32, Kizza Reynolds.
Stood up.
Kieran.
Yeah, the defence as a whole was fantastic. They for a team that conceded on
number
average
18, Isaac
points,
Ryan.
they got 84 against them today. Ryan was good in
near the ball, everyone cheered, didn't they?
He was good in defence.
Number 11, Woody Shaw. Number 16, Luke Washer.
How many players have they got?
100. They're giving medals to all three of their teams after their effort today. Good on them.
As Prince.
There's Big the Princey.
He's a big boy.
Yeah.
And Connor O'Brien. Time for the captain, Will Abbott.
William Abbott. Another former best and fairest.
And the coach, Damien Boots.
To the main part. On behalf of the Adelaide Football League, we'd like to thank and present Old Ignations Football Club, the Division 2
good point.
chip for 2000.
And over they come, and well deserved. 34-point winners here in the Breakthrough Mental Health Division 2 Grand Final for 2021. Celebrate Old Ignations. They won the A's. They won the B's. They fell short in the C grade as the first game of today. What a magnificent day it has been here at Woodville Oval.
No doubt about that, my friend. And as we look to our left, we see the vanquished who are being greeted there by their partners as they wander from the ground, just going through the motions and listening to the superb presentation of a speech at the end of the day by Nathan Grimer saying, 6 kids, 6 teenagers in that team, and we'll fight back, we'll do all right, walk away, be proud of your efforts, but look ahead to making it a bit better. And he lost no friends with the way in which he spoke to his troops, and now they take the journey back into the club rooms or wherever they might be and have a ponder about the meaning of football life and do what they need to do now after a superb year of football, but not the way they wanted to finish it.
A superb year of football indeed. They only lost the 2 games in the minor round and had a comfortable win last week against Sacred Heart Old Collegians. As we'll listen in with the song here. I think we've got the last bit there. Well done to Old Ignations. They well deserved, sung the song. There's still a massive gathering of them out there. Obviously 3 teams that played today. So, and what a year it's been for us. It's our first year of community football here in the Adelaide Footy League, doing the 2 broadcasts, and what an absolute ball we have had for the whole year this year. We're just waiting here now. It looks like Nick might have the man of the moment, Cam Ortlop, and we're going to cross down to the interview with the best on ground today in the Division 2 Grand Final.
Yes, voted by the umpires as best on ground and voted by us best on ground. Cameron Ortlop, and now a premiership player, Division 2 going up to Division 1. Describe the feeling.
Oh mate, it's unreal. We've worked a long time to get to this point, mate. Put in 2-3 years of hard work in Div 2. It's an unbelievable feeling, mate.
A few years ago, you guys actually played Glenunga in a grand final and unfortunately went down. What does it mean today to get one back on them?
Oh, mate, it's really, it's great to get one back. It wouldn't have mattered who it was against, but we've had a good rivalry with them now for a couple of years down in Div 3. Then we moved up to Div 2, and I'm sure that rivalry will continue next year into Division 1. But they're a great club, and they've done really well. So props to them today. They've done extremely well.
4 goals in the 3rd quarter. 4 goals. We spoke about it at half-time. Someone's going to break open the game. You did it. Mate, just describe big players and big moments. 4 goals in a quarter. How nuts is that?
Oh, mate, it was a good feeling. I actually think I spoke to a few people. I had about 1 or 2 disposals until half-time. So I needed to do something, and I was just glad that I could, get us over the line today. We'll help out with that anyway. So.
I'll let you get back with your teammates. Congratulations, and you'll be playing Division 1 football next year. Good luck.
Thank you very much, mate. Cheers. Thank you.
Yes, exactly right. A couple of claps from us up here too. Cameron Ortlop, the best player of the day is the guy who actually has the biggest influence. It doesn't have to necessarily have the most possessions. Doesn't necessarily have to play 4 quarters of football. What he needs to be is, when the game is on the line, who is the player that actually breaks it open? Yeah. And in that 3rd quarter, it was number 30 for Old Ignations.
And we have a quiet one in 6 months' time, and we think about what happened today, and we visited Woodville. Oh, what did you remember about that game? The bloke who kicked 4 goals in 1 quarter. That would be automatic. Yeah. And in 10 years' time, you'll still be saying that. He has now etched himself in the memory banks of his football club.
So just having a look here, they're cheering off Aussie Murdoch with the Premiership Cup. 150 games.
Yeah.
What a way to celebrate. What a way to celebrate, Old Ignations. And what a year we've had, Peter.
Yes, it's been fun, most of all.
We just absolutely love what we do here, being able to broadcast and bring this magnificent product, the Adelaide Football League, to you all every week. It's such a bonus, for us to do something that we love, and to be able to, especially for, again, as you mentioned, all our friends on the Eastern Seaboard who have not been able to see any footy live for a number of weeks now. And let's include all those in New South Wales who are probably doing the same with the rugby, rugby league and the rugby union. And if we've been able to put a little bit of a smile and give some people their fix today of grand final football, then that's what community's all about. It's about the volunteers. It's about the blood, the sweat and the tears that so many people put in so many countless hours to the club. And it's about these moments that make it all worth it.
Yeah, just got to hope that Hungry Jack's is still open.
So from us and on behalf of our team this year, it's been a magnificent year to everyone that's helped out throughout the year. Specifically thanks to Sports Interactive and Dartfish, Filming Footy, who bring us our broadcast every week, to our pre-game and post-game brought to us by catch.com.au, to our boundary rider brought to us by Villies, our favourite product, and also to our winner of the magnificent Archie's Thongs, who give us our player of the day. Well, I think that is about it from us to our team, to Tim, our magnificent producer, who's just he's had curveballs thrown at him week after week.
He's
this
still on
year,
medication,
and he has just risen above. To James, our expert cameraman, to our boundary rider, Nick Cosme, to Ned, who's helped with commentary throughout the year, to yourself. Of course, it's been fantastic to have you on board. To Tony Neal, our esteemed commentator and performance guru, who's done so many teams. On behalf of all our team here, we thank every single one of the people that has tuned in during the year to listen and watch our broadcasts. We've had so much fun bringing them to you. Enjoy the off-season, and let's hope that we had enough of you here to get the numbers up so we can do it all again in 2022.
And thank you so much for your support, friendship. It's all about the team, and that's what we have here, a good team.
At Dartfish, it has been an absolute pleasure to bring you the football. We will just cross down and watch some of these last few moments here as we do for Old Ignations. But from us, we say thank you, we say good night, and we say see you next year.